So what's up everyone, it is Mitchell, aka The Walker in Orlando, and welcome back to a throwback video and a full experience video from our second ever Disney cruise. This cruise is going to be on the Disney Dream. This is going to be a maritime Christmas cruise, so it's going to be very fun and exciting to check out, and we're going to sit down and I'm going to show you guys our entire experience from the time we boarded the ship to the time we got off. So make sure you guys hang out, watch the entire time, and if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe because we have plenty of more cruise adventures coming to your way and maybe more other adventures as well. Good morning everyone, it is Mitchell aka The Walker in Orlando. Welcome over here to Port of Miami and welcome to the Disney Dream right there. Yes, it is cruise time once again. We are on a 5-night maritime cruise on the Disney Dream. We're going to be stopping at Castaway in Cozumel. We just got to the port. We are currently waiting to board the ship right now. But 5 nights aboard this beautiful ship, the Disney Dream. So excited. We have a family veranda room that we'll have on the starboard side, which means when we are at Castaway Cay, we're going to be on the correct side. Our bags are all checked in. We're checked in. Now the best part is we wait to board. So make sure you guys are subscribed. We're going to have 5 full days of adventures coming your way. So make sure you guys are subscribed to check every single one of those days out. We're almost to that 1,000 subscriber mark and we're right there. So please hit that subscribe and welcome to Cruise Week again. We are now officially walking the gangway to our cruise. I am so excited, and man, the difference from our Magic cruise to this, the ship size already is already insane. I am ready for this.
Walker and Gilbert family.
Disney Dream, please welcome the Walker and Gilbert family.
Oh my gosh.
Disney Dream, please welcome the Matos and Alvarez families.
So we just are now on and we are heading to Animator's Palette to have some lunch, and already the differences is insane. Like, I am completely lost. I don't know where anything is, but I'm excited to learn. So like right here, this is the Royal Palace. This is one of the sit-down restaurants we'll eat at. Animator's Palace is all the way down at the end. There's so much. I think Concierge goes in here. That's where that's what this is. So Animator's Palette for lunch because we are starving. Well, the first thing we did was immediately get on. We immediately started to eat. We're gonna go eat because we are hungry, but I'm so excited for our dinner here. Oh, thank you. I love the chairs. Hi, thank you. Alright, so lunch at Animator's Palette, which was really good because with us being boarding group number 3, we were one of the first ones on the ship. Came right here. We were like maybe like the 6th or 7th group into it. Now it's full. So hopefully I'll show you the menu that they gave us for it. It was very similar to what we had on our first day on the Disney Magic for our first cruise that we had. So it was really nice to see this kind of similar things as well. I ended up getting the gumbo. This is the seafood and chicken gumbo. Really good, I like it. And the cornbread was really good. Then, of course, I had to get the prime rib. I told myself I was gonna try some other things. I'm gonna try other things. I'm not just gonna have nothing but meat because I don't want the meat sweats. And pretty much we all got the same thing except for Kayla's grandma, who got a seafood, a salmon salad. So it was really, that looked really good. And then for dessert, we had one of everything. We had the Sail Away Sundae, which was delicious. Then we had the Oreo cheesecake, which I probably eat like 6 of those alone, and the carrot cake. So all of that really, really good. Now we are heading up to Census to put in our name for a raffle for $500 for credits. So we just did a tour of the Census Spa, and we put in for a free raffle, so we're gonna come back up at 3 p.m., which is in about an hour, and go try to do that. So very exciting, lots going on. Gonna be very busy because we have the sail away party, which is something we didn't get to experience the last time we came on it. So we just came outside. We're actually in the adult section area. Well, now we're into the Cove Cafe, and look at all the Walt Disney stuff. Look at Walt Disney with the steam train.
Oh, look at Walt Disney.
Oh, you can see where we are.
Look at all Walt. These are the Dollar Tree buildings.
And then, wow, this is like the coffee bar and everything. This is so cool. And then you have pastries and stuff over here. What? Wow. Now we are into the main pool area. You got the Disney Dream Funnel Vision. They've got everything set up for the sail away party, which we get to experience for the first time because the last time they didn't do a sail away party. Then the biggest thing that I am the most excited about is that aqua duck. The aqua duck is their tube slide that goes all the way around the top deck here. But the thing that me and Kayla are talking about is the constant fact that we are so much higher up. Right over there is also a Royal Caribbean. Behind us, I think, is a Carnival.
It's a gargoyle.
So we'll be coming back up here again later to do the sail away party at 4:30. So in about an hour or 2.5 hours. All right, so it looks like the staterooms are ready. So we're gonna go find our stateroom. We are extending a deluxe family veranda room, which means a little bit bigger. All right, 796. I'm down here. 796. Wow. Oh, there's the lock off. Oh, hey, look, we got a bag. Oh my gosh.
Mom was saying she was gonna let sleep.
Oh my gosh.
Room service already? Oh.
Wow, look at everything in here.
Oh,
This is
I
insane.
not. I thought it was tiny the first time I saw it.
Wow. Look at the sizes.
Okay, if I get more.
Okay, so the thing we make the mistake of, we can't forget, you have to put your key in. There we go. So you have to put your key in. So here are the bathrooms. So here's just a main bathroom with the toilet, sink, pretty decent size. Hi. And they still have the H2O plus stuff, but unfortunately that does discontinue after this year. Then here is it's a circular. Oh, there's a place to sit. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a rainfall. That's amazing. Makeup, H2O, hi again. And so because we're with Kayla's mom and grandma, we have a lock off. But here's all of this. This is where our safety precaution stuff is. And there's a laundry bag, which you can request service.
Do you see him?
And the ladder to get up to the bunk bed. Our nice size. It's actually a really nice bed. Looks like it's got multiple plugs over there. I think there's plugs on this side, so that means I can actually keep my phone next to me. I think, nope, still can't keep my phone next to me. Oh well. Nice little table. You got the sleeper couch. Then comes down, and then lights come on. And then there we go. Oh, so does this mean? I don't know what it means. Huh.
Hey Mitchell, I can't turn the lights on.
You know what? You gotta put the room key next to the door is a slot. Like.
Oh. Okay, where's one of your room keys?
And then you've got multiple drawers, a nice little seat, nice huge vanity. I really like this vanity a lot. Another spot for your that, and then there it is. I was wondering where nice TV, plenty of space, and then
Here's the toilet in that.
after I tried 15 times to get, and now our veranda, and we can ask the stateroom host to open up our veranda. Looks like they've got some of the lifeboats out. There is the Royal Caribbean down there. And like I said, because we have a lock-off, we're able to go in between each other's rooms and stuff as necessary. Oh, you know what I do need to know is do they have postcards? That's what I was hoping for. So, one postcards. Oh, and there is stationery you can write on as well. Good. Here is where we can order our food to come be delivered. And so it's just basic stuff like some breads, pastries, stuff like that. You know, information that you may need, so any sort of phone numbers you may need. A couple of postcards, which I'll be sending a couple of these to my grandparents. And then the usual space under the bed. So something to make sure you do on the embarkation day on any Disney cruise, go up to Senses, the spa, and go check out to see if, because they do have drawings and stuff for raffles for some, and actually Kayla's grandma won one of these raffles and it was $100 on any of the spa treatments, and which also means, because it also had it for the you could play it towards like the rainforest room, which is $150 for couples. I think 70, it's like 80 something for a single person. So that's actually really exciting. We were thinking about doing the rainforest room, but we're not 100% sold on it. So I think we're gonna think about it. Because it'd be really good on those days while we're at sea. So right now I'm heading back to our room to see if our luggage has arrived. So I can get my lounge fly out. So I have my bag for every day for the cruise. So like our rooms were ready at 2:30, but our bags are here. But we have to go do our emergency muster drill at 4. But I'm gonna take these inside. I feel like this is deja vu all over again, because the last time we were on the cruise, we were on this side of the ship, and the same Carnival cruise ship left. It's one of the older Carnival cruise ships, Carnival Conquest. Now I'm curious because they were facing this way. There's a Royal Caribbean. Are they to go this way and then turn around and then leave? Because I think they're leaving before us. So the Sailaway show, I thought there was more to it, but it was cool hearing the horn. It was kind of faint because of everything else going on. So at some point I will have to try to get a better view of a better audio clip of it, because it's a unique horn, because unlike the Magic where it just had When You Wish Upon a Star, this one has multiple variations, which I'm really hoping they do over at Castaway Key. I can pick those up throughout the day. So now we're gonna head back to the stateroom. We have about 45 minutes till dinner at the Royal Garden, which is the shop in the restaurant in the middle of the ship next to where we came in. So we have that still to look forward to. Then there is the tree lighting at 7:30, something with Winter Wonderland at 9:15, and then some characters at 9:30. So still kind of got a lot of stuff, but yet we're just now getting started. And don't you worry, we will be doing the aqueduct a few times on this trip. So I am really excited, especially those days at sea, and probably while we're at Cozumel, because we're not gonna get off Cozumel. We may get off, take some pictures with the ship, and that's about it. Well, we have officially departed from Miami. We were actually being followed out by the Freedom of the Ocean, which was the ship that was following us out. But it is very, very, very windy tonight, and actually a little rough on the waters as well. It tried to rain during the Sailaway party. Kind of looks a little gross, but we are now making our way to Castaway Key. The Enchanted Garden for dinner tonight. That was our dinner scheduled for the night, and I will say, very, very good. I will say that I ended up getting pork tenderloins, medallions, because I'm trying not to eat as much beef on this trip. Our appetizer, we had a lobster ravioli, very, very good. I really enjoyed it. Then the pork tenderloin was very, very good. But Kayla's chicken took the cake on that one, and it was so good. Beware, they do have accommodations with the cruise line that if you do have a gluten intolerancy or lactose intolerancy, you can actually request that ahead of time. And actually a trick our server said is that what we could do is, since we can see what we're eating the next night, pre-order with him so that he can have that put in, so when we get there tomorrow, he can go ahead and have it put in since it takes longer, so that you're not having to wait as long for your food, and it doesn't make the dining, which could be only about 30 to 45 minutes, unless there's a show, be longer because of that extra allergy. So it's a good tip to know for that.
Everybody, again, welcome aboard to beautiful Here's my child. That you do this for a very thankful celebration. And we're even happier that you decided to join us now for what has become a holiday tradition here aboard the Disney Dream. Tonight we'll spend a few moments together, sing a holiday song or two, and even light our beautiful holiday tree. Now we know that one of the best parts about the holidays is making magical memories with family and friends. If you know the words, sing along. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Your shining star, and your lights, radiant of gold. You are the light, oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches.
So after the tree lighting ceremony, we came into Mickey's, the gift shops, and they have Kayla's Spirit jersey again. But only this one says Disney Cruise Line on it. And then they've got all the, like, they've got the rolling suitcases. I think these are $198, I think. $160 for those. Got like a tooth, like some sort of little mini holder. Got a cruise line cup. These are all just regular stuff, so then like bottle stoppers, a funnel salt and pepper shaker, Disney Dream cup. They have a Disney Cruise Line apron, some towels. They got Stitch, the Stitch cup. We ended up getting our towel animal, like a dog? Dog? I think it's a dog. I like him. Also, we did see the tree lighting ceremony, and it was really cool. I liked it. Definitely can tell the ship's back to full capacity. No big deal because it was kind of expected of it at this point. So, but right now it's 8:30 at night. I'm just currently walking around the ship at night because it's what I did on the last cruise. I'll probably do it again now. There's a couple things I do want to try to go see. Maybe some of the characters. There's something at 10:15, but I don't know if I'm going to stay up for it. The life of someone who does not like to sit still caused me to walk around. So I found the D Lounge, and I do love that outside of most of these like major areas like this, tell you what's going to be going on. So like the next thing will be 9:45 for Family Time Game Show, Disney Trivia 10:15, and Family Superstar Karaoke. I will not indulge in any karaoke because you don't want to hear me sing. Also, Reese. And so I'm actually planning to find time and do a full-blown ship tour, kind of like what I did with Hilton Head, of a full-blown like resort tour and everything, like show you as much as I can show you. I think on the day we're at Cozumel, I'll probably end up doing that, just so you guys have a full video to expect if you're gonna be going on the Dream. So in midst of everything else's change, you do have the different from the Magic to you have the district area, which is essentially like all the lounges and like bars and stuff. And so, pretty interesting actually. So I didn't really get to show you guys the atrium very much. I kind of want to take a quick look at this, but also kind of give you an idea that, I mean, just characters were coming out and about, because like there goes Belle, and like earlier Rapunzel's walking around, but like just this chandelier, and there's Admiral Donald right there, and this grand staircase. Also, if you guys want an idea, so right now it is about 8:47, and this level, the atrium, and like the upper decks are very, very quiet. Now, that's because a lot of like families have already had their first dinner, main dining already, but this is, and they're about to start a couple things as well. But also, not only do the theme parks get to enjoy gingerbread houses, but so does the Disney Cruise Line as well. So it's the Disney Dream Gingerbread House. It took 650 pounds of gingerbread dough, took 3,000 bricks, took another 1,000 bricks on the roof, and 220 pounds of icing sugars, and it took 7 days of total work to make their gingerbread house. Also, it just smells just gingerbread, and I love it. I'm gonna tell you right now, trying to figure out where everything is on this ship has been a nightmare. Not in a bad way, just it's such a big ship that I made a wrong turn, and I just spent 5 minutes trying to find an elevator, so, oops. Oh, we're in Vanellope's. They have, oh, Kayla, there's a happy birthday cupcake for you. Cars cupcake, Nautical Navy cupcake, unicorn, macaroon, Mary marshmallow sticks. These are so, Christmas Oreo cookies. Wreck-It Ralph cookie, peanut butter cookie. Wow. Oh, and she's making one of the Vanellope sundaes. Oh, I want one so much. If you are wondering, they do have the refill stations here on the Dream, and they are actually right past cabanas on the pool deck. And they're right behind where the Mickey slide is, and next to where the Nemo's Reef is. What I do love is coming out here, but also something I noticed is that the aqueduct still runs at night.
Yeah, isn't that so cool? Look at the lights.
I know, look at the lights.
Okay, so we have to do it at night. Like,
yeah. Alright, so I just went on a fun hunt through all the different decks, because Kayla is a big avid pin trader, and you know we like to pin trade. And honestly, what I should do is just show you guys this pin trading, but just kind of that because it's really tired. We've been up since like 4 or 5 a.m. And so, but it is late. We have a lot still to do. Tomorrow's a long day because tomorrow is Castaway Key Day. But overall, really good embarkation day. Like I said, the sail away party was a little lackluster than I anticipated, and the horn is nearly impossible to hear because of how big this ship actually is. I feel like on the Magic, anywhere we were, it was just so loud. But the room is fantastic. We hopefully did a full room tour. May have to add in more to that later on. But something else we did do is you can have the veranda expanded if you are connecting your rooms with others. So, but we are on the correct side that there will be a time lapse tomorrow morning of us going into Castaway Key. It was just a really good time. I'm really running out of things to say today, I'm so tired. So we're just gonna order some room service, just relax for this evening and head to bed. So with all that being said, we do head out for my very first day here on our very maritime cruise on the Disney Dream. We will see y'all next time. Kayla. Good morning, everyone. It is Mitchell, aka the Walker in Orlando, and welcome to day 2 of our very maritime cruise here on the Disney Dream. As you can see, we're still out at sea, but it is only 6:45 in the morning, and we are making our way in to Castaway Key. You can kind of see it. It's halfway a little bit. So it's a little bit early still. I think we're going to get in just a tad bit early than like when we were doing our cruise last time. We definitely are going in very slowly, but we got to go in, turn us around, back us into the dock, and then we'll be at Castaway Key. So make sure you are subscribed because today is day 2 and we still got 3 full more days. just waking up in the middle of the ocean on a cruise surrounded by calmness. It's a great feeling. These might be the most interesting donuts I've ever gotten from the room service. Usually they're like just either just chocolate or like something else, but I like the differences of that. Well, I do love the first thing I look at when we first docked was a tree, and it looks like some snowmen, stuff like that. So they are currently working on getting us docked up right now. We probably can go ashore starting at about 8:30, but there is a good chance because we did get in at 7:30. Could be a little earlier. Also, my favorite thing are Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, all of the characters, their buggies. It's always like once we are completely docked, you can see that they've got the rope tied up and everything. But it's just how quickly like everything springs into action. They've got the gangways put up. They've got them setting all the food things up so they can take them over to the barbecue sections and everything. And so, but we are going to be heading to Cabanas for well, I'm going to be getting a light breakfast because I'm going to be doing the 5K. So breakfast at Cabanas, and this is our view this morning. We got one of the Lucky Edge views. We still have about 30 minutes until they can let us off the island because I think they're still getting it ready. But I wonder if we get off a little early because we definitely were a little earlier than the last time we came, and last time we were off early as well. I'm also going to get a great idea of how big this ship actually is. And officially off the ship, and my gosh, I forgot how big this ship actually is. But as soon as we got off, look at their Christmas tree. It's got sand sculptures and stuff for their ornaments from wishes from Castaway Key. Yeah, good. The sleigh with the Mickey on it. Oh, so cool. It is drastically different how amazing this ship looks, and also just the sheer size, but also the very back with Sorcerer Mickey with the brooms. Oh, so excited. Now we're over here waiting to get onto the tram, and like I said, I will be doing the 5K, so I'll be taking you guys on that experience and showing you guys what that looks like. I know we did it last time, but I actually want to like run it this time so you guys can see what that experience is. Kayla. Alright, gonna do the 5K, which starts right here at Pelican's Point, which is the second stop here. So let's go ahead and get this started. See how long it takes me. Kind of interesting because when you go for this run, you end up on the airstrip. So you immediately go out, and you can immediately left out here. There's a point where then you go down, go around by where the observation deck is. I guess you should get your 5K. We have to go all the way down this way, all the way back. Here's the turn you make. It's really nice because it's nice and shaded actually. What I love is all these little DCL stuff with the anchor. So 6, 10, 10. So doing good. 1 mile in, about 12.5 minutes. And so I think it's a little bit, about maybe a couple hundred, about 1,000 feet past the observation deck. Get to mile number 1. There's 2 more to go. All right, now to the hardest part. It's pretty much like when I did the couple of 1 and 9.5 marathons, getting onto a major roadway where you can just see it. There's just no end in sight really. Leaving from Pelican's Point, going up around the observation deck, down the runway, turning around, only about 1.5 miles. So I think you have to do the loop, the observation tower outlook loop, I think twice to get the full 3.1 miles. All right, 2 miles in. And yes, you do have to do the observation loop twice. Now, how you do it, it's up to you. We'll talk more about the 5K once I'm done. Kind of talk about how does it work, how do you sign up, if you sign up, and how, like, what happens. So, once I'm done, I got a mile to go though, guys, so I'm really out of shape right now. Kind of misses on the way the first time around because I was actually in a good groove. Like now where I am struggling. Here's the observation tower. Right there where you can go up and see everything of the island. But also nice, they do provide water. All right, final home stretch where that bike just went. We're making that right there. It is home free. 2.85 miles right now. We're gonna get a full 5K out of this. And with that, finished. About 39.5 minutes to do full 5K. Got my cool, very bendy, but it's a little bit different. The lanyard's a little different than the last one I got, so really cool. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, go get changed, go get the camera, and we'll talk about it. So for our beach day, we actually came to Serenity Bay, which is the 18-year-old and up beach area. Now some of the cabanas are in this area, but these are gonna be ones that are mostly gonna be stricter for the adult-only stuff. But also what's nice is that because of it being adult-only, they do have the buffet over here as well, which actually opens at 11:30 in about 15 minutes, so we can probably go ahead and get a seat. So I will tell you, if you do not have kids and you come like on an adults-only trip, coming to Serenity Bay, eating at the food here at Serenity Bay Barbecue, it's 100% worth it, because the thing about it is they pretty much cook everything to order. They have New York strips. Also, the line wasn't that long. Even though the line was kind of long a couple times, it never actually got super long. And so it was just it was super nice. It was very relaxing. Just the amount of food I just ate was maybe a little too much, but I mean, that's what kind of happens on a cruise, I feel like. You get an idea what the Serenity Bay adult-only beach looks like. So there's a little bit more on the open side, so you have a little bit more wind coming across. But what's pretty cool is actually a lot of the excursions go out there. So like we saw a banana boat earlier going out. It looks like they've got a glass bottom boat out there as well. And there's a decent amount of seating. I mean, by now I think there's a bunch of people. I mean, it's pretty full now, but there are 3 beaches you can be spread across. So I kind of want to talk about the Castaway Key 5K. So if you're interested in how it works and what you do for it. So there is no official sign up for it. Years before the pandemic had shut down the cruise line, there was a sign up, and you would sign up ahead of time, and I think it cost money. I'm not 100% sure. If you were on a cruise beforehand and I was wrong about that, let me know. It used to be then you'd come off the cruise ship early to go run the race and do it. Nowadays, the way that it's set up, it's a pretty much do it on your own type basis, what all that means is that you can come over, you can do the course. You just let the people over where the bike rentals are at and everything like that. Let them know you're doing the 5K. You'll do the 5K, just come out, so you'll come out from where the walkway is from Pelican's Point, go up around the observation deck route, the Outlook walkway twice, down the runway and back, and that gets you 3.1 miles. And once you're done, you just go and let them know you finished the 5K. So it's a nice little thing. You can do it on your own. The last time me and Kayla came, we actually did it, but we walked it, but we took a different route actually, so that we actually ended up walking more than what they asked. So it's kind of a fun experience. I liked it because it's kind of like you can do it at your own pace. There's no like pushing, like you gotta be done by this time. And at the end, you still get a medal. The only downside is now that Run Disney is back in full force, it's curious if they will be doing anything with the Castaway Key Challenge, where if you do a race during the year for Run Disney and then come here and do it, there's a challenge medal you can get. But because you don't sign up and there's no official time, I don't know how you know if it's done or not. So I think during race weekends they do that. Like after race weekends they'll do that. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But just if you're interested in doing the Castaway Key 5K. Also, I love the theming because of this this plane, which actually, fun fact, we learned this, is that all the planes that broke down or crashed when that was here when Disney bought the island, they ended up just Disneyfying it and leaving it as decoration. So there's this one down here. You go down the runway on the left before the Outlook area is. There's another one there that actually was there when the island, they purchased the island. Plus that's where they got some of their parts. They do have a Castaway Air bar, which they actually do serve if you want to. They can actually serve you on the beach and bring you drinks. Again, this is all extra cost. Then if you have any bike rentals or floats or tube rentals, you can actually come over here to this one, to this kiosk next to where the Serenity Barbecue is, and you can do rentals right there. Also, another thing also is you can see there are the cabanas are right here, and there are a bunch of cabanas. They're between $700 and $900 for the day, but they are like privacy. You have your own you have your own host who comes and checks on you, and they actually take you to and from places in golf carts, and they like stock up your refrigerator with drinks. You have a place to lock up things. So I don't know, maybe one of these days we'll try to get one, but we'll maybe have to have like 6 or 7 of us to do it. The most bummed. I was gonna go snorkeling, and then we just rested for the last hour and a half after lunch. So now I'm taking the tram back over to Pelican Point to go look around at some things, go find my proposal spot again for Kayla, and just look around and show you guys some of the merchandise they have to offer as well. So kind of over here at Pelican's Point, and what I do love is they have a bunch of just random gift shops. Like they have the Seashore gift shop here, which has the Castaway 5K. You also do have Summertime Freeze featuring Olaf's favorite blendies, where you can actually get an Olaf and Sven sipper cup. Also, if you're going to be over here, these are the family beaches. This shop right here, which I cannot know the exact name of it. Where is it? The Flippers Floats. This is where you can actually rent out like sets of like snorkels, life vest, everything else of that nature. But if you go up here to the Pelican Point, this walkway, this actually takes us up to the area that I actually ended up proposing to Kayla. And it actually goes between both of the family beaches. So down the walkway in this little area right here at this spot, on our very first trip out to Castaway Key is where I ended up proposing to Kayla. But also down this way is another bar. So this is Pelican Point Bar up here as well. I think there are 6 bars on Castaway Key, and you can have drinks delivered as well. And it was cool, they do have these slides and everything. Now I did want to do the slides, but the water is still very cold. Now that may just be me not being used to any of the water and everything, but these slides actually then drop you right out into the ocean and everything. So you end up having to swim out to it right there to get up into it. But you can also stand over here at this Pelican Point and watch people come off the slide. So let's wait and see someone comes off. See, like right there. So, though it's very popular. I think the line is all the way down to the bottom of the stairs. And then it's kind of a really good view of, so if you're curious where the snorkel area is, it's actually the first family beach right here. So you come off the ship, come down out here. This is the biggest family beach right here. This little area right here where you see all these people, this is the snorkeling areas, and there's little buoys, and there should be one like out there. There's a white one and all the orange one. That is where all of the underwater statues will be. Now looking at it from this point, it doesn't look like it's a lot, but I can tell you, you get all the way out to that guard stand right there. So tell you what, it can be a workout, and I thought about coming out and doing that, but I was just really tired, and the water is a lot colder than I'm expecting, and that's maybe me not being adjusted to it, or being as they call a wimp. They do, so the things people do and always ask about Disney cruises are their drink packages, because if you go on most every other cruise line, there are drink packages, not just alcohol but also soda packages. But Disney doesn't have those. You usually have to buy your thing as you go. There is a wine package they offer now for dinners and stuff, but you talk to the person who doesn't drink, who likes its food, and that's kind of the thing about it. It's just like, beware, if you want to drink, you will have to pay a little bit more out of pocket, and you have to charge everything to your room, and that's how you kind of pay for everything. You can pay with card, but they pretty much say it's easier, and it really is just to pay with this. I will say I did hear a lot of like those horror stories of trying to find a seat at Castaway Key when your cruises were full. Now I know this is not 100% capacity, like not everything was filled, but this is the fullest we've seen it, especially considering this is our first cruise since all the restrictions got lifted. And I'll tell you what, there's still a lot of seats available. Now, I don't know if that changes based on the cruise, but I wonder if a lot of that had to change because with the Wish now coming in and being bigger, do they have to increase the amount of seats they have? So they do have like a sports section, which is like called In the Shade, where they have like pool games, they have chess, they have checkers, they have little basketball hoops and stuff. Right over here in the main beach area, right next to this restroom and everything. Now, if you are curious as to the area you would eat, if you're over here at the family's beach, you come over here to Cookies Barbecue, and it's actually nice, they have 2 sides to their all-you-can-eat buffet and everything. This is also where you would get your drinks and everything as well. So this is where you'd come, Cookies Barbecue. We liked it. We didn't really like it the first time we came. We didn't give it a chance because we have been eating at Serenity Bay Barbecue. So now you're up to Monstro Point. Now Monstro Point is just here's another gift shop set, but actually this will actually separate the family beach from where you do where you pick up things. But also, if you're interested, if you do a stingray encounter, there's actually an area right down here where you actually walk through the beach down this way right to it. Also, that's where you pick up, there's another area to pick up snorkels, flippers, and life vests for snorkeling. The worst part is we had double dipped. I probably would have done an entire island tour, but you can see there is all the different attractions that they have to offer, the food and beverage, merchandise. She sells sea and everything else, but she sells is cost out, this and that. So then, like I said, so you pretty much start here, and then you have to take then either the walkway or the tram ride all the way over here to Monstro Point. Then you take it all the way down over here to Pelican's Point. Then if you want to, you can then take it the rest of the way to Serenity Bay. So there is a lot of space on this island, and surprisingly, I mean, I'd heard nothing but horror stories about how busy it could be when it's a full ship, when you're like a full ship on the Dream or the Fantasy, and how busy it could be. Hasn't felt like that, honestly, and I'm glad to hear that was wrong. So the one thing though I have found that is probably the only thing that I really complain the most about with the Disney cruises and stuff is that when it comes to merchandise, there's certain merchandise that is very limited. Now I understand limiting merchandise stuff, but like there was an amazingly, I really love button-down shirts now. There was a Castaway Key one that had the Disney Cruise Line on it, everything else, stuff all over here, and nothing in my size. And they said, unfortunately, this go around, they do not have any more sizes available because all of the merchandise comes from the ships. And they said unless a new shipment comes in on that next round, they only have a very limited supply of it. It's actually, I'm gonna spoil this now, is that I actually got the Disney Dream Spirit jersey that I wanted to get as a Magic version, but again, those go in the first day. There's a lot of merchandise that goes in the first day, so that's why it's a big deal. The shop's open. Now, again, it could be varies on the ship size, the cast size, how many people are on the ship. It just could depend, but be mindful. If there's something you like, you might want to go ahead and get it and not wait on it, which means more impulse buying, which is dangerous. It seems about 2 o'clock when the food places start shutting down. You get people starting to move back to the ship, kind of like what we did on our first cruise. A lot of that will retain to the fact that like dinner is at 5:15 tonight, and so if people want to get back to the ship, get showered off, get cleaned up, and stuff like that. Plus maybe take a little bit of a nap, because especially like us who've been off the ship since 8:30 this morning, I mean, we're going on 6 hours of being off the ship already. So I totally understand. I mean, we already talked about 2:30. I think we're gonna start working our way back over to the merchandise locations to try and maybe buy anything if we see anything. Especially if I can see that maybe that Castaway Key button down maybe has my size out again. But I doubt it. So now I truly appreciate the double dips at Castaway Key, because like I would love to just be able to come back out and like do family pool day, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we have 2 days at sea to explore the Dream. We still haven't done the aqueduct yet, so we'll definitely be doing that a few times, especially since it stays open a lot later than the slide on the Magic stayed open on. So right now I'm heading back to Serenity Bay to meet up with Kayla, her grandma, and her mom to help them get everything back over here so they're not doing it all by themselves. And then we're gonna do a little shopping on Castaway Key, because I think I'm gonna get a shirt. Though, like I said, the button-down shirt I want, and then Kayla wants to look at some things, see if there's anything she wants. And then I think we'll go back over by the ship, take some pictures with the ship and of everything else. And then back on the ship before we disembark at 4:45. Dinner's at 5:45, so it's gonna be a quick turnaround. And then we also have to go see the stage show tonight, which is the Golden Mickeys. So I'm really excited to see that, because the Broadway shows on the Magic were phenomenal. This is definitely like the picture spot you always want to take, right here in front of the sign. The only downside is when you come, if you're later in the day, you can have the sun right in your face, but it's no big deal. There's a little umbrella, you can kind of sneak under it. I have to tell y'all, this view right here of this ship makes it seem so much bigger. Like, cause like I remember the Magic wasn't this far back, and all I can remember saying was I cannot wait, I cannot imagine what it's gonna look like when the Wish comes in. This really makes you think, wow, I don't even know what the Wish looks like when it's parked here. Oh, this, I still can't get over the size. And I know this is not even like one of the biggest ships out there. This is just blows my mind. This is not even the biggest ship you can get on for when it comes to cruising. It's just still mind-boggling. Well, there's a lot of people now coming up. It looks look, you know, this is all the people who had cabanas who are just now coming back, because right now it's 4:04. They want the last guest on by 4:45. The crew need to be on by 4:15. And really what they mean by crew is like the ones who go in and like who do dinner and our servers and everything. But man, that's a lot of people. So despite the fact that we do eat at 5:45, we are extremely hungry. I also got back to the room, ended up showering, changing my shirt a little bit. We actually ordered room service, which is kind of nice still. Only difference is that from our last cruise to this cruise, we are noticing that because one, it's a bigger ship and more people are on, it takes longer to get our food. On the Magic, we would order something and within 5 to 10 minutes it would be here. But I think that's just because smaller ship, less people, COVID procedures, there's still a lot going on with that as well. So, but I'm about to go upstairs to the drink station, fill up our cups and water, and then we're gonna take a little breather, and then about 5 o'clock we're gonna come out here to watch us cast off, because we're about to head out from Castaway Key and for our next day, a day at sea. Still got some things this evening to do, so there's still a lot to do today. Seems to be just this huge gap between the midship and the aft elevators, and it's really like we're not like, I don't complain that much because I don't mind walking, but it's a long way, because I think it's like triple what it is between the forward and the midship one. So, but setting up because I gotta fill up water bottles, my cup, everything else. I'm gonna make a quick walk through Cabanas. I will say, this Cabanas is so nice. Like, I love the palm tree feel. Oh, I love the different sandcastle art for each one. So you got the Hong Kong, you got Tokyo, you've got, well, Disney World, you've got Disneyland, and Disneyland Paris, and on the across the way, they have what time it is in each one. So Disneyland's 10:15, Disneyland Paris is 10:15, Disneyland California is 1:15, World is 4:15, Tokyo 6:15, Hong Kong 5:15. Also, this mural, this tile mural is stunning. I love this so much. Well, now it is 4:54 and they are starting to release us. So what they are doing is they're actually like, they'll release one of the ropes, like loosen it. The worker will come over, unattach it. Then they will throw it into the water. Then they will go to the next one. So they started with the back ones, then they go to the front ones. So we're waiting for the front ones, but I think what they're waiting for is that last rope to get pulled in. So they slowly release, especially with this being such a much larger ship as well. Also, these guys down here, these guys who live on the island and just watch every ship come and go. Alright, now we are officially untethered, and looks like here in a minute, once they get the ropes up, they'll push us, the captain will push us out just the slightest bit, and then from there out to the seas for a day at sea as we head towards Cozumel, Mexico. Currently trying to rush. I'm trying to go up to the top deck to watch us leave Castaway Key, so I'm trying to hurry. So this is the coolest thing ever. I literally forgot about this, but you can play mini golf course, mini putt-putt. There's actually stuff available for you to just go and do it. Well, my Castaway Key. Probably gonna be a little bit of time before we see you again. What I mean by a little bit, probably in about 10 months we'll come back to see you. But hopefully we'll be on a trip where we can double dip to you and see you more than once in a trip, because only once quite isn't enough. I will say, Castaway Key one day at a time. Really have to plan your day out. It's hard to do in one day because you get so tired, especially with the sun. It's so draining. There's so much I want to do. I wanted to go do the water slide. I wanted to go snorkeling. Ended up just spending a lot of time relaxing and looking around at things. So, you know what? It is what it is. Just means gotta go on another cruise. Me and Kayla did realize that 2 more cruises, we're officially gold members on the Disney Cruise Line. The fact that we're already on a second one in the same year and possibly doing 2 in the same year again next year, I think we're slightly addicted. So tonight's dinner is at the Royal Palace tonight, and we saw Mickey's Golden Mickey's still tonight as well. So hoping you guys can hear me because of the wind. I have my I have the wind muffle on it, but it's not like the other camera where it has an actual mic thing on it. So hopefully it's coming through. I just may have to be a little louder or find places that aren't as windy. I'm trying to figure out why this section has these chairs not used. I wonder if that just means they're not very full. Then you get the very front, which actually this is like the concierge pool and stuff, and then there's a radar pool up here as well. I'll tell you, one of the craziest thing is when we get done with dining, because we have that main dining at 5:45. Right now we're in between the main dining, second dining, and then at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. they had the first Golden Mickey's, and then at 8:30 they had the second one. So this is why it's so busy down here. Plus they have character meet and greets, they have a photo session, Mickey's up there, Tiana's down here. There's a lot going on right now. So I want to go up to deck 4 to walk the promenade, because I actually want to walk the area where they have all of their lines and the engine and everything else. Interested to see that. Plus, what's also nice is the Walt Disney Theater, which has the Golden Mickey's, is on 2 decks. So deck 3 and deck 4. Deck 4 is like more like a balcony. But you see, I found a Golden Mickey. So also this is the like running trail as well. And essentially to do a full mile, you have to do 2.5 laps. Which to me seems like a lot for, because I think on the Magic it was like 3.5 or 4 laps to do a mile. I don't know, but it was, I mean, it's pretty insane. Plus, like I said, this will take us right to where the lines are for us to be docked. Well, looks like I lied. Apparently they changed it, I guess. Everything's behind these doors. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna see if I can go back to the back, but I wonder if it's probably gonna be the same way. Probably because they had the space to do it, at least. I always love looking out over into the water. So one, looking down at us, but then you kind of see these dots. It's hard to see, but those are other cruise ships. I'm 90% sure that's a Royal Caribbean because I have binoculars. No idea what that is. I thought it'd be cool, maybe thinking that they were another Disney ship, but they're not, because the Magic is still near Mexico, I think heading up to either Galveston or New Orleans, and the Fantasy is currently closer to, I think, Jamaica right now. So we won't be able to record in here, but this is the Walt Disney Theater, and it's got a second level and everything. It's even got the little box seats on the sides. Wow. Impressive. Alright, so the Golden Mickey theater show was extremely good. I really liked it a lot. I really can't say I don't expect it now, because with this being our second cruise and our first cruise having those heavily tangled and the original Broadway show for that, I expect nothing less from Disney. So it was actually funny, as I went to the atrium to see characters. Surprisingly, it's a lot busier tonight than it was last night. Now, once I think those characters leave at about 10 o'clock, I think it'll get less crazy. So, just all depends, I feel like. But I bet you I went up to the top decks, to the pools, no one. Alright, now on to my nightly exploring, like I always do. On the Magic, I did this a lot. So far on the Dream, I've done this a lot. But I'm just going up to deck 11. I'm not going to sit there all. I am so tired. Castaway Key took it out of me. So, go up to deck 11. I think honestly one of my favorite things is the fact that they essentially close everything and they put all the chairs and stuff up for the nighttime stuff. Like, you still have a few chairs out, but like everything else has been put away almost for the night. Also, it's just weird how dark it is when you walk, when you look out over the side. So I realized I didn't talk about our dinner, so we ate over at the Royal Palace tonight, and the Royal Palace is all themed towards all themed princesses. the menu tonight, didn't actually get didn't get a normal menu. I ended up getting using my phone for it. But what we all pretty much got was the deep fried brie, so essentially deep tart cheese. But this was so dang good. And then for my entree, I actually got a pasta. And this pasta was really good. Kayla didn't like the smell of it. She just thought it smelled a little fishy. Well, it was lobster in it, so it kind of made sense. But yeah, it was. And then the dessert. That dessert was so good. I think so far that is the second best meal we've had. Actually, the best meal we've had so far is at Serenity Bay's barbecue. So, but it is now going on 10 o'clock at night. It's been a long day, but it's been a very fantastic day with our stop at Castaway Key. Unfortunately, done already early in this trip. We are now out to sea all day tomorrow as we make our way to Cozumel, Mexico. So, but it was a great day, nice calm day, just relaxing. So with all that being said, as we do head out from a very fantastic day from our first full day here on our cruise, we will see y'all tomorrow for day 3, day at sea. So good morning everyone, it is Mitchell aka The Walker in Orlando, and welcome back to day 3 of our very maritime cruise. Today, it's a day at sea, as you can see. We're going to be traveling all day today as we head on down to Cozumel, Mexico. So that means today, it's going to be a lot of things doing around the ship. We're going to be going to some trivia, we're going to check out any activities. And this morning I'm going to head up to Cove Cafe to get specialty coffee. So it's going to be a very, very good, relaxing day. Won't be as crazy as it was yesterday. Yesterday was just non-stop. But today, it should be a little more relaxing, but still a lot of fun. So make sure you guys do stick around today, because we hang out a day at sea. What is cool also is I don't think I even looked at it on our last cruise, but this little spot right here, that is the bridge, like the captain's bridge. When we left Miami yesterday, or Miami 2 days ago, the captain or one of his officers were right here, and that's how they control the side-to-side motion of the ship, because you know, like, we are going forward, but there is points where they need to make the ship go side to side, especially when we're docking at ports or something. And you can see actually there's a guy standing out there right now. They actually control, that helps control it so they can see over the side. So like when we pulled out of Miami, they could look out over this side and pull us out, while probably someone on the other side was telling him where he was. So gonna jump on the elevator right here, going up to deck 11, head to the Cove Cafe to get some coffee. I'm out here so early that even the aqueduct hasn't even started running yet for the morning. But I do love just walking out onto the main pool deck, looking at everything. It's just so much fun. I don't know why. I love this. Like, just being able to walk around and you can look out, and like I said, we're just slowly making our way through the ocean. Came on up to the Cove Cafe and actually got a caramel hazelnut mocha this morning. So it's about $6, so it's a little more on the expensive side than just getting like regular coffee. And I don't think I'm going to come back very often. I think maybe one more time on this cruise. But look at the little Mickey they put right on top. Can't imagine anything better than having my coffee on a cruise ship out at sea right now. And also, it's a very big cup. Also, the fact that they give you one of these little cards for the Cove Cafe, it's like Starbucks rewards, where if you buy a certain number of Starbucks drinks, you then get a free one. So I have to spend almost $7 every day for 5 drinks. So I have to spend $35 to get a free $7 drink. I mean, I get why. If for those who, like, if you come in and buy 2 or 3 drinks at a time, and you know, you have the money to do it, then sure. But I just knew today, and maybe our other day at sea, I'll want coffee. So I've been really showing you the adult section area. So this area, and what I love the most about it are the hot tubs. The hot tubs are off to the side, looking out over these windows over the sea. Also, these seats look absolutely amazing. Then there is the swimming pool right there with the Cove bar, where actually you could sit in the water and have your drink of choice if you like. Now, like me, I don't drink. I am more a foodie. You can tell that they are expecting a very busy day at sea today, because they've got a lot of the loungers out and ready. They've got everything pretty much setting up, because a day at sea tends to be their B&Cs on ship, because like Castaway Key, almost everyone goes off the ship. Mexico, you're gonna get probably half and half will stay on ship, half will stay off the ship, will go off the ship, and then another day at sea. So these days at sea are gonna be a lot busier. You see, they are rolling up some towels for you, so that when you come up, you don't have to worry about getting a towel. They do say they do not want you reserving like seats and stuff ahead of time. Oh, I wonder if we'll see this. There goes the water on the aqueduct, which means that that's opening up right now. We're definitely gonna be riding that today. I have already said I want to ride it. There's also a couple of fun, intriguing things that I want to see today. There's actually 2 times today something called Making of the Dream, which actually is like a history on the Disney Cruise Line. And then there's a couple of cruise line trivias we want to try today, because we've learned so much more about the cruise line since our first cruise. And then I think there is a few other things we want to do today. It's just going to be one of those kind of like, we're going to take it as we can go kind of day. I think maybe we'll do bingo as well. That does cost money for us to do it, but maybe we'll go try it out. This is like one of my favorite things to do, is like to explore the ship when not very many people are up yet. Because I love the fact that I can come down like into the atrium. There not be very many people, so I can really look at everything, kind of just take a relaxing time as I walk around sipping on my coffee. Currently waiting for our room service breakfast to come in, and then we're gonna go eat breakfast at Royal Palace, have a full breakfast as well, because all you do on a cruise is you eat and you eat some more. So I think our plan is that this morning at 9:15 there is Disney Cruise Line trivia, and I want to show you that this morning. Then at 10 a.m., which so the Cruise Line trivia will be in pub 687, which will be, it's one of the bars. Wow, that sunlight. That's down in the like district area, which is like all the lounges and bars. Then at 10 o'clock in 687 is the Making of the Dream. So that's the one thing we wanted to do. Outside that, not really much else we have like super planned. I know it's gonna be kind of a slower day today, but we will probably go up, hang out in some pools, ride the aqueduct a couple times today. So a lot of things still to look forward to today, plus seeing just what a day at sea looks like on the Disney Dream. Also, I haven't had a chance to check any of this stuff out because it's usually packed right here. There's a Bon Voyage, which is one of the bars, but look at the mural. So the mural has it looks like for Port Canaveral. We got the Disney Dream in like the 1920s attire. There's a reason why I love just to come out here, because like I was able to walk up the grand staircase, which normally is blocked off this time of the day, or most of the day, because of character meet and greets or whatever's going on. And I was able to walk right up it. There's no one out. People out on the promenade desk running. I would have done it running this morning, but because I ran yesterday, I did the 5K yesterday, I'm going to hold off. I think tomorrow morning I'll run, and I'll show you guys what that's like. So not only can you order continental breakfast to your room, there are usually 2 places you can usually go to eat, and one of those usually can be Cabanas, which is the buffet like we ate yesterday before going on to Castaway Key, and then they do have Royal Palace, like I said, down there. So I think we're gonna go eat at Royal Palace today, since we ate breakfast at Cabanas yesterday. Also, they just flipped over the Christmas songs. All right then, it's a little on the early side. Caffeine hasn't fully hit yet. So our room service breakfast showed up. And I'll tell you what, this donut, I don't know what it is. I think it's just a vanilla based donut with this like marbling on it. It's literally so good. Having breakfast at the Enchanted Garden this morning, which is pretty cool. Kayla said that the cool thing about this is that they have the portholes. I would love to sit next to one of the portholes, but it definitely looks like this usually could be a buffet. This used to be a buffet. Looks like this used to be a buffet style. This looks like it used to be a buffet.
Oh, it totally did.
Alright, so we ended up having breakfast at the Enchanted Garden, which is where we had dinner the first night. And it was really good. It's the standard like breakfast that they usually offer, so like the DCL Express. I had the Southern Hash again. Kayla had Belgian waffles, which looked really good with the Australian blueberry compote. So it was very, very good. And what's nice is because that's also all included with your stuff as well. So it's nice. So now we're going up to pub 687 to go watch something called Making of the Dream.
Where does it come from? Start with a spark of inspiration. Cast off the pen. Set sail into imagination and see how far it takes you.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that we all started by love.
really wanted to take the Disney storytelling and what WDI does with creating immersive environments and take it to the next level.
Elegance and sophistication mingle with Disney storytelling and whimsy. Expand your imagination while being shrunk to the size of a toy. Immerse yourself in the sparkling charms of a home fit for Tinkerbell, or relax and unwind in an expansive ocean view sanctuary. Guests of all ages will revel in the incredible venues specially designed to host every member of the family.
The Disney Dream will take the family cruise market to all new heights with transformative experiences, magical encounters, and memories for a lifetime.
So this is really cool. So this is pub 687, and the reason it's called 687 is because of the fact that this was 687 was the project number of the Disney Dream, because when they wanted to build the Dream and the Fantasy after the Magic and Wonder, it ended up taking over 10 years because they had to wait for a spot to open up at the shipyard. And so this relates back to that. So they actually start out with the concept art, or the schematics over there, and then they have pictures and stuff showing everything from the time being built all the way up to the 3D model right there. So it's really cool actually to know that. Plus they said that the there's like a little keel for like from the keel laying, but also all these pieces right here, these are steel pieces, and these are actually from when the ship was being built, when they cut out pieces. So this is actual steel that is used for this ship right now. So they showed us a picture of the keel laying ceremony. Now we talked about this a couple times, especially on TikTok and a little bit here, is that the keel laying is when they lay down the name and everything, and usually there's always a couple of couple special people with it, especially with the Disney one. For the first four, it was the character. It was the character coming in who's going to be featured, and Captain Tom. Now, Captain Tom is Disney Cruise Line employee #1, and he was the captain who delivered. He sailed out the Magic, the Wonder, the Dream, and the Fantasy. Unfortunately, though, he did not deliver. He did not float out, or he did not bring to water the Wish, because unfortunately he has retired now though. But because of that, he is called Commodore Tom, because this is his, the 4 ships are his fleet, and Commodore means you're in charge of multiple ships. So he's Commodore Tom, but he unfortunately now is retired. Okay, I never show bathrooms because it's weird, but this bathroom in the district location is insane, because you can actually open and close the doors, and they're like little pods. So this is the men's bathroom, which is also just the general design. Hi. Alright, so our plan is we're going to do the art of the show theme, which actually takes us on a walking tour of the ship and talks about the engineering of the ship, which I am super intrigued with. And so, right now what we're going to do is we're going to get ready, we're going to go to the pool and do the aqueduct. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to leave this camera here, and we'll come back around 1:15, so in about 2 hours. We'll also have lunch there as well, so I'll show you guys that with the GoPro. Luckily with the GoPro, it has a good audio on it, so I can at least talk about what we're eating, because we may either eat cabanas or one of the quick service things as well. So we're gonna do that, and then hopefully ride the aqueduct a couple times. So gonna grab the GoPro and everything for that. Well, was gonna ride the aqueduct, 30+ minutes. Was the entire time up there. So we only were out for about an hour or so. Then had lunch at Cabanas. Forgot to show all of that. I think I'll go up there probably tomorrow or the next day, show you the entire buffet. And either I'll put it here, or I will put it at that time as well, so that you guys can see everything, because there is a lot of options. So now we're gonna quickly shower, and then at 2 o'clock we have a event we want to go to. It's called the Art of Theme Show, which is essentially you walk with someone and they talk about how the Imagineers designed the Dream and everything they did with it. So that's gonna be really, really cool. Well, kind of fell asleep for a good solid 30 minutes there. Wow. I did not sleep 100% great last night, but now I'm off to the after the shift to go up to deck 12 to the Mediterranean to go do the tour that they have. I'm excited to learn more about this, and I think then me and Kayla will do it again later, so I'll be able to tell you things as well, and then on the next one, Kayla can get to know it all. So I'm doing the Art of Showtime, which is like a tour of the ship and stuff, and we're in Meridian, which is like the back, which is supposed to be designed like the captain's quarters here in the back. It's all whiskey and stuff, and they actually said like the couch is supposed to be hand luggage, and then there's the passports on every wall, and then on the windows and stuff there's actually the world map and stuff.
Paolo, of course, is named, well,
What is it named after? Does anyone know what Paolo means in Italian? Pole, absolutely. Why would you call a restaurant pole, right? That's weird. It's not. It's because the gondoliers, when they were done rowing for the night, would tie up their gondolas to the pole, which, interestingly enough, is actually the handle. It's designed to look like the handle of the wine cellar inside of Paolo. Paolo is Italian food. Why Italian food? Beside the fact that it's delicious, right? Well, actually the first two ships in our fleet, the Disney Magic and the Disney Wonder, were both constructed in Italy. So again, paying respects to our past, right? You don't have to see it, but between deck 12 and deck 13, there's a painting here of Goofy. Goofy is upside down in a first prize trophy with water skis on his feet, and it says Water Ski Championship. Using our context clues, what deck do you think might be right above this one? You're right, and you should say it. Say it again. Sports deck. Yeah, Goofy's sports deck is right above us. So again, as you go from deck 12 to deck 13, the ship is actually showing you what you're about to see. Now the same thing happens when you go down from deck 11 to deck 12. Does everyone see the concept art right behind me, right? So this is concept art from the movie Ratatouille. It's actually right before Remy falls into the big pot of soup. Does everyone know that scene in the movie? Yeah. So this does a few things. Again, it lets you know that you're going to be going somewhere where you're going to be eating. Of course, that's the whole theme of the film. And of course, the other layer, you're going to go somewhere where you're eating European food, specifically Parisian cuisine. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take a little trip. Do you guys like challenges? Sure. Sure, cool. She's like, whatever, yeah, it's fine. I implore you to give this a try. We are going to take the stairs or take the elevator. You're totally welcome to. We're not the first one. We're going to go down to deck number 5. And as we go all the way down to deck 5, and then we're going to reconvene, I want you guys to take note of the artwork like this between the decks. All right? So you can talk with each other, you can keep it as a secret, I don't care what you do, but just look at the artwork between the decks as we go down to deck 5. I want you to imagine we're on deck 5, you live here, it's a sea day, you want to go up to Cabanas and get a coffee, right? You live all the way in the back. You go and take the stairs, I might as well. The thought process that the Imagineers had, as you go from deck 5 all the way up to deck 11, we're going to slowly wake you up as you go. So everyone look right now, it's black and white, shaded in Pinocchio inside Geppetto's house. And we're gonna slowly add more color. Let's slowly wake you up so it goes from black and white to outlines to a little bit of color, to a little bit more color, and then what's going from deck 10 to 11? Does anyone remember? 10 to 11? Alicia. Donald.
Go cooking.
With the rubber cement. Yes, of course, which, like, don't eat rubber cement, but again, that shows you where you're going to be going. Let's talk about things that would have been beneficial to know on the first day of your cruise, but I'm going to tell you now. It's really, really surprisingly easy to orient yourself in the ship if you know little secrets. So does everyone see this yellow color, this gold color that I'm walking on? It's right there too. If you are on a stateroom deck, so 5 to 10 in the aft of the ship, this color in the stateroom deck elevator lobby is going to be yellow. However, if you are midship, this yellow is going to be blue, like a heather blue on the stateroom decks. And then if you're all the way forward on the stateroom decks, all of this yellow is going to be, this color is going to be red. Oh man, this is great. Now, one of the other reasons I like to end here is because we started all the way at the top of the ship in the back, and now we kind of diagonally made our way to all the way in the front of the ship on kind of the lowest level that you guys are aware of, can go on, we'll say. Has anyone seen the shows in the Walt Disney Theater? Yes. Have they been incredible? Golden Mickey's for last night, Beauty and the Beast tonight. Of course, Walt Disney Theater, deck 3 and 4 is where your live shows are going to be. And has anyone seen anything in the Buena Vista movie theater?
Safety tour?
Safety tour. Send the station. I like you. Okay. The main reason that I end here is because of my friend right here, Mr. Walt Disney. Not to be too cheesy, but he has said, and I always end my tour with this quote, I only hope we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse, right? And it's crazy to me, for me to think about, that this once little tiny cartoon of Mortimer, right, which turned into Mickey, is now this multi-billion, trillion, whatever dollar franchise where honestly the sun truly never does set on Disney. We have almost 6 wonderful ships, and I am just endlessly grateful that I can do this kind of tour and give you guys this vacation that hopefully you will never forget and enjoy for the rest of your cruise.
Okay, so that was a lot of fun, and I like the fact that she did talk about at the very beginning that depending on who you have as the tour person for it, it could change. They have 60 pages of things, but I did like knowing about being on the starboard side, you get a starfish. If you're on the port side, because it's 4 letters, it's a fish. Concierge. And then knowing all about like how to find where you are based on the color of the carpet. That to me blew my mind. Like Kayla already told me that you look for the stars to tell you how from get to place, but man, so, and then they did talk about doing the behind the scenes. Me and Kayla were just talking about how I would love to go up and like look at the bridge and stuff and like see that. But I get what they're still doing. It's still just be safe than sorry with everything, so. But right now, I have about 20 minutes until the cruise line trivia happens, because I really want to see if I know my knowledge now, because I've learned more about the cruise lines now than I have in the past. So that was really cool. I have to really keep track of, so like I said, start out with the black and white, and as you go up, it just keeps gradually getting more color to it to wake you up. That is so cool. Plus, like she said, it tells you where you are. So big Walt Disney means we're near the Walt Disney Theater. So something that she told us about that's actually no longer a thing anymore, but you see like the outlines of like paparazzi. Well, there used to be a sensor in it, and that when you passed it, it would then flash. But they had to end up getting rid of it because people assumed, oh, it's a flash, it means you took my picture somewhere. And then they had to shut it off because too many people were complaining that you took my picture, and they weren't. They were just doing an effect. So this is the Evolutions like lounge, and what's insane is all the colors in the back over here. Also, if you want to see the menu, I think it lights up as soon as you open it. Oh wow, it does kind of like light up, but there's kind of your menu of everything. Now this is also if you had to pay for. And as the burning question is, how do we do on Disney Cruise Line trivia? 10 out of 20. We were a little upset because I was so confident in the president of the Walt Disney Company when the Magic sailed. That was Frank Wells, but I think by that point he already had passed away, so it was Michael Eisner. So I was very upset by that one. And then they said, what's not a specialty day at sea? And we said it was Pixar because Pixar hasn't started yet, but also Star Wars has stopped for the time being. So it was a little frustrating on that. So, oh well. 10 out of 20. If we had won, we would have gotten the luggage tag. Ooh, they redimmed the lights now, so this is what it looks like probably the majority of the time. They had all the lights up because of the trivia.
So please welcome your host, it's Lorna! Here she comes, she is coming! Hello everybody! As always, a good time here! Welcome to Evolution! We are your greatest hosts today, all the way from sunny England! Who is ready to reveal all the secrets of the family? So, what we are looking for today, we are looking for 4 families, okay? 4 families that are not shy to reveal the secrets, okay? Now, we're looking for in each family a grown-up to play alongside a junior cruiser, okay? And it's very important that everyone in the team can read and write.
I still love just trivia and everything else because it is so much fun, especially okay, so the cruise line trivia, I was upset because I thought we knew more. But then you do the family game show one, as long as you're not part of it, it's kind of fun because it was dads and their kids, and I don't know, it's just funny. I don't know why, but it just shows that you can still do stuff on days at sea and not feel like you're bored and not enough to do, because there's still so much to do that I haven't had a chance to see, and we still have one more full day at sea. Plus, we're probably gonna get off the ship just for a little bit tomorrow, but we're not gonna be off the ship like we were for Castaway Key. So pretty much our entire day out here, we have been kind of riding the coastline of Cuba. You can actually see a lot of those mountains off in the distance, kind of behind that haze. I mean, we are still very far away from Cozumel, and we found out that actually this ship can only go up to 24 miles an hour at the absolute fastest. So explains why we need a whole day at sea to get from Castaway Key to Cozumel. Not also formal night, and didn't dress up one bit for it. Oh well. And not me also running late to get to dinner. I sent Kayla, her grandma, and her mom up so that I could catch up so they could order my food for me. I am running very late. I got sidetracked by a project. Alright, so Animator's Palette dinner, very good. I think so far that's my favorite appetizer because I got the black truffle pasta. I think so far that has been my favorite one so far. And then the beef I got tonight was very good. I've been very good about not eating too much beef because the last time I ate too much, I got very sick of it. And then our dessert had the cheesecake fudge. Like it was like a chocolatey cheesecake. So good. And then Kayla had a cookies and cream sundae. Of course I had to try a little bit of that because why not? So, but about 30 minutes until we need to go to, about 30 minutes until we need to go up and to our spots for Beauty and the Beast, the Broadway production. So I'm gonna go walk around, especially on deck 11 because it's my favorite place to walk around. So there's a reason why we need a day at sea. So we started in Miami, went up to Castaway Key, rather than Port Canaveral, but then we came back, followed this line. You can see where we've been to where we are. We're right now still about to pass Cuba, and we still have to go here. Thing is, ship can only go 24 miles an hour, and we're still going close to, it's probably got another couple 100 miles or so away from Cozumel. So then, of course, then you gotta think about it. We then have to turn around and go back to Miami. So that's why we need 2 full days at sea. Also, we did get more stuff. We will be doing a full haul of everything we've got, tell you what we got from, and everything else, and including fish extenders on a Disney cruise ship. My favorite things about just a Disney cruise in general is the fact that it seems like every time I look around, it looks like that they're always vacuuming, they're cleaning, they're painting. It really showcases the detail they take into these ships. They keep them looking as best as possible. It's something that I wish the parks look like more. Like being on a cruise, and I know it's different because it's more contained within a ship, but I mean when you think about it, this is probably the length, I mean not the full length, but probably like half the length of Main Street USA with 13 levels, and they are always keeping everything nice and clean, nice and pristine. Just always blows my mind. What's really cool is that with everything going on, the captain and the cruise director came down and actually photos, and actually me and Kaylee got to take a picture with them, so I'll put that up right here. I don't think on the last cruise I didn't get a picture with him, but he walked around everywhere. I mean everywhere, every 5 minutes, I feel like I saw him. So seeing them all around, it's kind of nice because they're all nice and lined up. They're all, I mean it's just nice. They keep picking up things to help guests where they're supposed to be going. It's just like hanging out, almost like looking at all the people sailing on his ship right now. So cool little things. Alright, so Beauty and the Beast, that was probably my favorite. That was such a good show. And I love the fact they did use the Broadway version of it as well. I do think the Broadway version is the superior version of Beauty and the Beast, because I think the music's better, I think the overall aspect of it is a lot better. So it was so good. I think it was better than Tangled and the original show for the Magic. Now it's gonna be a couple more nights, so it won't be tomorrow night, but the next night after. That's where they will have the Dreams original show. But I don't know if it's gonna top Beauty and the Beast. That was really stinking good. So if you want a tip, is that the ice cream or the monster, like where you get unlimited soft serve, they do have banana again. Kayla wanted banana, so a little chocolate on top. But they do have cups next to it, so if you don't want a cone, you can eat it out of a cup. Also means you just can get more, so it's kind of a bonus. Something if you're like me, I love to explore the ship at night because it's just really nice to see everything. Plus it's a little bit quieter. I can see things that I haven't got to see throughout the day and get some really good photos as well. That's been my biggest thing. I've been taking some really good photos. Can't wait to show you guys those, especially on Instagram, because I've been really trying to step up my photo game a little bit. So make one quick trip back down to main atrium, see if there's anything going on. I forgot they were doing a little like party down here. I thought it'd be quiet. I guess not. Oh well, it's pretty cool. They have Goofy, Pluto, Donald sits over there somewhere. I should have got up to 4, stayed up there. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it an evening. It's about 10:45 at night. Ordered room service, so cheese pizza like normal, but even got a Mickey bar to go with it as well. Overall, just a really, really stinking good day here out doing our day at sea. Like I said, the Beauty and the Beast show, it's probably the best show I've ever seen on Broadway style or Broadway in general. I think it was done so well. I wish they had done Evermore, but I can see why you can't do everything, unfortunately. So, but it's pretty cool. We got to see the captain earlier. Carly, the cruise director, was downstairs at one point earlier. They had a whole party out here, but overall, it's been a very good day. So, tomorrow we are at Cozumel, Mexico. Don't know how much we're going to be off the ship. Don't know if we have to be tenured back and forth. Well, we'll see. But with all that being said, I do head back up to the room to get some well-deserved rest. We will see y'all tomorrow at Cozumel. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 4 of our very maritime cruise, and welcome to Cozumel, Mexico. Today is our stop to Cozumel, Mexico, and I'm not sure how this one works because we've only been to Nassau once. It sounded like that we are going to be like anchoring off, and then we're being like taken back and forth by a boat to the island and back, so there may be some issues with us trying to, because we originally wanted to take pictures with the ship. We wanted to take pictures underneath the Disney Dream sign, but that could be different, so I'm not 100% sure. Right now we're still pulling in. There are other ships right here, and I'll show those in a second, but our plan, really, we're gonna take it real easy. We may go into Cozumel a little bit after because Kayla has a nail appointment at 10 at Census, and so we have that going on. So this morning it's gonna be very lax, gonna be very laid back, getting up to breakfast and everything else. So should be a good day. Probably gonna be spending a lot of time on the ship anyways, but we'll show you guys how it is getting on to Cozumel and off to Cozumel. It's kind of I didn't realize that we would be here so early. Now I wonder if that's the whole point of with the way that we are setting ourselves up. But like I said, today there are going to be 8 ships docked or here at Cozumel. So I remember there's supposed to be 2 Carnivals, which I think they're already here. There's supposed to be a Norwegian Cruise Line, which I think this is that one right there. There's supposed to be an MSC Cruise Line as well. And I think there's going to be us. And I want to say another, I can't remember the other ship, but I do know there's supposed to be 8 total ships at Cozumel today. But you can see right there, there's one right there, and then there's like 3 over there. So I wonder if that's like the dock. And it's all based on first come, first serve to the dock for the cruise ships. So we did originally have an excursion booked. Supposed to be 3.5 hours. It was to go to one of the national parks, to swim, to have lunch, and everything else. But we decided against it. So far, me and Kayla have really found that we don't really care a lot for the excursions at the docks. Mostly because we don't like really getting off the ship that much because there is so much to do on the ships. Now, we have said probably by the time we've gone on all the Disney cruises, or all the ships for Disney Cruise Line, and everything else, maybe at that point we'll start doing some excursions. Like, we probably do some of the stuff at Castaway Key, but when it comes to like the port of calls, like Nassau, here, anywhere else, unless it's somewhere we want to go to, I don't expect us to really ever do like one of those port adventures or anything else, just because there's enough to do on the ship, and we like to just kind of take our time, mostly so that we also don't get stuck. And I mean, I know if we do an excursion through Disney, if something happens and we're delayed, then the ship has to wait. But I mean, that's the only downside, is that if we go on the cruise and we get delayed coming back, the cruise will leave without us. If it's Disney branded excursion, then they have to wait for for us to come back since it's that way. So I don't know, maybe down the road we'll consider it again, but right now it's okay. Well, honestly, it looks like that we will get to dock at one of the docks. It looks like they're trying to get, that is a Norwegian cruise line in front of us, and they're trying to get them docked. They're taking a little bit longer, but we aren't going to be all together, kind of like how it is in Nassau, where they have all the cruise ships in one spot. They kind of have us spread along different areas, which I think would be better because then there's less people coming in at once. So pretty much I'm at the front of the ship if it's very windy. I'm sorry. Well, we're going to be docking. I thought we were going to be like anchored off and be shipped in, but we're going to be parking next to the Norwegian Prima. So one of the Norwegian cruise lines, one of the main, like one of the big name cruise lines, but also this is I think the one that has the go-kart track on the very top. So it is funny to see, like, even though we are on a much bigger ship than the Magic when we first cruised, it still shows you that Disney does not build the biggest ships. Also, you want to talk about a very interesting slide. They've got this slide that goes from, looks like their 14th or 15th deck, and it goes all the way down to like their 4th or 5th deck, and it swirls past all those rooms. I don't know if it's a water slide. I don't think it is. I think it's just a regular slide, like where you have a mat and stuff. But that's terrifying. I think it's super impressive how ports can bring in multiple of these gigantic luxury cruise ships and it make it seem flawlessly bringing them in, because like we're next to the Norwegian, it's us. Across down the way there's another port with 3 of them. It's, I mean, I know it's all based on like they know they're coming, but it's still the fact that today there are going to be 8 cruise ships at Cozumel, which means there's a lot of statistics and everything else they have to keep track of bringing all these ships in. But from the time I got deck, which was about 7:30, to now it took about 30 minutes to come in, and I think there's still about 30 minutes of stuff we have to wait for before they allow us to go ashore. You can definitely tell Norwegian is all about partying as well, because the second that they were able to let their guests off, they had been pumping music that is so loud that we can hear. And then Disney doesn't do the same, doesn't do that, because they're very like relaxed, quiet, stuff like that. Norwegian said, nah, we nightclub it up. I think the biggest difference from our cruise from last time to this time, we are definitely eating more cabanas. I think last time we ate a cabanas twice, and now we've fallen in love eating at cabanas. I'm pretty much morning with a view, kind of looking out. Like I said, we have the Norwegian Prima next to us, but then it looks like there's a little bit of rain kind of over there. So, but if you want to see the mountain of food I've gotten this morning, this is my breakfast this morning. I am very hungry. Got a little bit of everything. Got some potatoes, got some hash browns, some bacon, sausage, eggs, Mickey waffles, staple, then a croissant. Don't know why I got the croissant, just wanted a croissant. Yeah, give you some idea of what they do have to offer for breakfast at Cabanas. They have all sorts of different sliced turkeys and cheeses. They have the staple of just some scrambled eggs, hash browns, sausages and bacon. Then they got some sauteed mushrooms, some grilled tomatoes. They also do have some croissants. They have some other little pastries and stuff as well. They also do have an area where you can have your own fried egg and omelet station. Some other little smoothies and everything. They also have the donuts, which are pretty much the same donuts I get in the room as well. I do have to say, I really come to love eating at Cabanas. It definitely felt on the Magic Cabanas wasn't like 100% great, but also we gotta remember that was during like the pandemic time, so maybe there wasn't as much food. Like right now there's a lot of food always being prepared at all times because of how many people are there. So I do love eating over at the Cabanas restaurant for breakfast. Just very good, very delicious, just overall. There's a lot of options as well, and that makes it really nice to have all those options. So, right now I am currently just up on deck 12? Yeah, 12. Hanging out, just looking at this Norwegian Prima, which actually has a go-kart track on it. But I was looking at all the people that are still walking to Cozumel. Now, what I'm currently waiting on is just getting for Kayla to finish up with her nail appointment. And then I think we're gonna head on to Cozumel for just a very little bit short time, just to say we've been there. We were kind of hoping the aqueduct would be open all day again, but unfortunately the aqueduct is not. It doesn't open until 12, and it closes at 6, so that means there's no night riding tonight because of all the Pirates Night at Sea stuff. One thing is we gotta be really mindful because we'll be going off the ship so late onto Cozumel that we have to keep a close eye on the time because we don't want to be left behind as the ship is leaving. So, Yay. So it looks like that there are 4 ships docked over there. It looks like there is a Celebrity, maybe 2 Carnivals, another one I've never seen. Because now you've got the Norwegian Pearl coming in, and this ship is very small compared to us, which is funny because I used to always think that Disney cruise ships were so small in comparison to everything else. And like, you have the Norwegian Prima next to us, but they're not as long as us, they're just a lot taller than us. And then you've got the Pearl coming in. I just like the fact they're coming in very late. Like, they're gonna be docking at 12, so whenever they're staying till like 8 tonight, because I know Disney likes to be somewhere about 8:30 to 5 and then get out. Other cruise lines, just depending, like I think the Carnival and the Celebrity were here extremely early because they were already docked. Norwegian was in about an hour before us. So I think it all just depends, but I do love being able to see other cruise lines coming in. So I wonder where they're gonna dock, because they may dock, I don't know, honestly. We'll see when we get off. Also, I'm realizing how blue the water is here in Cozumel. It is ridiculous. Also, found out the little landmass over across the way, found out from another passenger, that's Cancun. So we are very close to another heavy touristy area for Mexico. Forgot to showcase that I got a quick lunch from Flo's Cafe. Could have waited maybe another 20 minutes for the bananas to open up, but I kind of wanted just a hamburger, a cheeseburger, because as soon as Kayla's done with her spa stuff, we're going on to Mexico for at least an hour. So I'll say Flo's V8, not a bad place to eat if you need to eat fast, because the burger, they actually kept it like in a warming tray, and actually really good, actually surprisingly. And I got fresh fries, but maybe just one off because I got the fresh fries. Still impressive how big this ship is. Finally, we're getting off. Gonna be heading on to just do a little walking around to Cozumel, Mexico for a couple of things, but look at the size of these ropes that they use. I'll just walk down to Cozumel, onto Punta Lagosta, which is the, like, I guess the lagoon that we are on here that they come in, because then we have the other one where the other ships are at. I want to know what that one's at. Ooh, this is unique. There's a Hooters, Sunny Frogs, Starbucks, kind of in this little mini shopping area. This is one thing to tell you to be mindful of, is people saying, oh, come get a taxi with us, get a taxi, but they're very pushy about it. So just gotta be mindful of that when you come here. Kind of funny, just because it's like, honestly, God, it's for tourists. Like, this whole area is for tourists. They keep trying to grab us, trying to sell us things, and I'm just like, nope, we are here for literally like just to look around, maybe buy some Mexican vanilla for my dad, see if there's any other spices, and not be on shore too long because we don't want to miss our ship. So intrigued. Like, this is so much better than Nassau, but still makes me feel very overwhelmed by everything, because there's still a lot that happens. But I do like the fact that there's literally a Hooters right here, and there's a Starbucks next to it. So I'm pretty sure you can go in and use their free internet, but I don't need internet right now. I have a nativity scene. No. Well, he hasn't come yet. It doesn't come until October.
Oh, maybe that's why.
It doesn't come until December 25th. I think so too, yeah. So I ended up walking around the shopping district for 45 minutes to an hour. The one thing that I didn't understand, I didn't know if this would work, but you can pay with US dollars there. And they'll most of the time show you what the price is in pesos and in dollars. So it's nice to know that as well. So that helped out. When you go on and off the ship though, you only need your key to the world. The reason that you want to carry your passport though is for the sole reason of if something happens and you happen to be caught, like you have something happen, like you get hurt, heart attack, whatever, something like that, so that you can get back to the USA if you get stuck here and stranded because of, you know, being at the hospital for some reason. So, but being a lot better than Nassau, I will say. I'm much happier with this one than I am with when we went to Nassau, because I felt like here, yeah, they were pushy, but that was purely salesman tactics as well. So that doesn't help. It's interesting to see the different design concepts between like Disney and Norwegian, because like Norwegian's got a lot more like stuff going over the edge, while Disney is very sleek and simplistic going up. But yep, our little trip on the Cozumel, I think we are done. We're gonna head back onto the ship. Well, I will say it's about time Well, us getting ready to, they've got the last few guests kind of walk on up. I wonder if Norwegian's leaving after us, because I know they want us ashore at 4:45 and they want us out of here at 5. I thought Norwegian would be earlier than us because they docked earlier than us, but I don't know. Me and Kayla are putting on our swimsuits. We're gonna go ride the aqueduct now. Maybe a little late to dinner. It's not the end of the world. It's just Pirates Night, and we're in no rush to get anywhere. So we're gonna go do that. Well, we have officially casted away off of Cozumel, heading off to another full day at sea before the end of our trip back in Miami. It was a good one, I will tell you that. It was very, very good. Which is funny, I think this Royal Caribbean is the one I saw last night, and I thought it was the Magic. So I found out now what the Ponta Gorda Lagoon area who it services. They actually service Disney Cruise Line, Norwegian, Virgin, MSC, and then MSC Legoff brand one. So that's why there's only 2 of us there, but yet the other port, which you can kind of see behind me, had three carnivals, a Royal Caribbean, and a Celebrity. There was a weird issue because I saw a Norwegian Pearl, the Norwegian Pearl coming in. It came in and then came out and then left. So I don't know what the deal was with that. So there was only 7 total ships here in Cozumel, but we had our own area while the others had their own other area as well. So, but we did get to do the aqueduct, and that was a lot of fun actually. It was a lot faster, especially the section where there was literally, like, it was lights and everything going on. Plus, like, I like the smooth section because, like, the water kind of purposely, like, weighs you back and forth as you go. So that was really fun actually. It only took us about 15 minutes to wait for it. So if you wait for the aqueduct and the line is inside the funnel, it's about 10-15 minutes at the most. Because the other day we wanted to ride it, it was 30 minutes and the line was all the way down, and he was controlling people going up the stairs, so it's not too many people on the stairs as well. So, but now that we're back down here, we're gonna go ahead and get ready because tonight is Pirates Night, and then we have fireworks at 10:15 tonight. So really excited for that because the last time we did Marvel Day at Sea, we had fireworks for that and not Pirates Night. Well, because it is Pirates Night, they actually gave us our bandanas in the room and not at dinner like they did last time. So I'm kind of excited because we can wear this down there, considering I don't have any other pirate gear. So there hopefully should be a small show, but I don't know. Things have been different with this cruise, and I don't know if it's because it's busier again or what, but we'll see. All right, time for dinner at the Enchanted Garden for Pirates, and I also love the cast members' outfits for it. So we came back to the room, and it looks like our towel animal today is a little monkey. I love that. I'm gonna tell you, one of the things to be mindful about, and don't make the mistake I just made. For the last 2 days I haven't drank much water. I think I've only drank maybe a gallon of water the last 2 days. And now that we're on the sea again, we're rocking a little bit more. I'm really not feeling great right now, so I'm gonna keep downing water as best as I can. I'm going to lay down. We still have some things to do for Pirates Night, but I am just not feeling good at all. We tried to be open and honest with you guys. So dinner was very good, except for it wasn't like, I'm not the happiest with the food on the Disney cruise. Our servers are fantastic, and every once in a while we get something that's just mind-blowingly good. I feel like on this cruise compared to our last one, I feel like it's not as good. Now on our last one, there was less people, so we ended up eating at Enchanted Garden again tonight. It was Pirates Night. I thought they would have a little show. Wonder if the show's only registered for the Magic because it's a bigger space for them to do it in. Not sure. Not 100% sure what it is. Or has shows not fully come back to every ship yet. But I did have the crab cake. It was very good. A little dry. Then my steak was okay. There was a lot of flavor. I think it was a little undercooked, but I'm not that upset about it. But Kayla's shrimp was the best thing I've had almost every night. I think there was a chicken one night ago, but this is why we're trying different things. I know I've had a little bit more beef than I thought I was going to have, but I'm definitely feeling like I am eating less beef. So I'm going to lay down for a little bit, try to reorient, watch some TV, and then we saw the fireworks show tonight at 10:15, so we got that to look forward to. So I kind of want to give you guys, like, I want to be fully transparent with you guys. So last night after dinner, I did not feel very good at all. I ended up coming back into the room, laid down thinking, okay, I'll stay here until about 9 o'clock, try to go down and meet Stitch and go watch the fireworks. I didn't really feel much a whole lot better when 9 o'clock came around, so I decided, you know what, just for my own sake and just so that I'm not feeling awful on our last full day, I went ahead and slept all night. So pretty much from 7 until about 6:30 this morning, I slept all the way through. So I'm feeling a lot better now. I feel a ton better now. Like I said last night, be mindful of drinking water still, because I'm used to drinking close to 100 ounces of water a day. That's usually what all I drink, and I didn't drink hardly any between our day at sea and Cozumel. When we were at Castaway Key, I drank a ton of water, and the day before, so I was really good at those days. There's a reason why I brought a water bottle. I would say highly recommend bringing a water bottle as well, because that would help in those situations, because you can fill it up. They have a lot of water stations or water fountains that have those refill stations. So don't be like me. Don't end up ruining your whole night for that. At least I didn't miss out on the Broadway show for Disney Believe tonight. So, but yeah. So hopefully you guys did enjoy our day at Cozumel, kind of wandering the ship. Just because it was one of those things where I didn't really want to, like, we didn't have any plans, we didn't have anything to do outside of maybe go off to Cozumel like we did for a couple of hours and shopped. I'll show you guys what I ended up buying, but we're going to do a whole haul vlog later once we get back from our cruise. I don't know if I'm going to do it the same day, the next day, I don't know, but it's going to be after all of these days are done. So, but it is the next morning, which we are going to start the next day. So with all that being said, from our trip at Cozumel, see y'all tomorrow on our final full day of our cruise and a day at sea. So good morning everyone, and welcome to another day at sea, but also welcome to our last full day of our Merry Time cruise here on the Disney Dream. I'm not ready for this cruise to be over. It felt like it went by really fast. I felt like it was the right amount of time, but again, still felt like it went by too fast. Now, I feel like anything less than 5 days, I don't think it's really worth it, in my opinion, because, like, we've been on the ship since Monday. It's Friday. We've spent a whole work week on a ship. And I say work week because I don't work a true Monday, Friday work week. And we still have the rest of today, tonight, and we still have tomorrow morning before we can actually get off the ship. So, but today is another day at sea. Like I said, I think today we are going to take it a little bit slower because we packed a lot into our day at sea the first time. The biggest thing is going to be having one more dinner tonight at Royal Palace, and going to see Disney Believe, which is the original Broadway show on the Disney Dream. So we are going to check that out and everything else. This morning I'm up a lot earlier than everyone else, just because if you saw the video yesterday, you saw I wasn't feeling 100% yesterday. I feel much better today, but I am going to still carry my water bottle and keep in mind on how I'm feeling. Because I didn't get to see the fireworks last night, unfortunately, so it is what it is. I'm sorry. I just was so worried about my own health and making sure that I could be good for the rest of today. So plan this morning, I think I'm going to go ahead and go up and eat, because I am absolutely starving for breakfast. Like, I didn't eat, so usually we snack before we go to bed. I ate dinner and then went straight to bed and pretty much fell asleep. So I'm going to go up to Cabanas this morning, see how busy it is right when they open, because I think Cabanas opens at 7:15. So I'm going to go up to Cabanas, eat up there, and then if they decide they want to go eat somewhere else, I'll go with them, but I may not eat as much. So let's go up there and enjoy your day at sea. am also curious to see how busy is Cabanas right when it opens at 7:15. No, I think it's 7:15. I haven't looked at the wait times yet. Not the wait times. At the times for the dining yet. So I know they got Royal Palace, but I'm not really particularly fond of sit down right now. But I probably won't eat a huge meal, but to keep myself from getting in trouble again, I've got my water. So let's head on up there. Alright, like I said, let's gonna have a light breakfast, and this is my plate this morning. I'll probably end up eating more, but like usually, because in the morning we were eating like, I was having 2 or 3 donuts in the morning from the room service stuff, and then I was coming up here and eating somewhere else. So I probably could eat a little bit later once everyone else is up. Also, I decided to eat because you can't eat outside at Cabanas, and you're right on the back of the ship, and you can kind of see the wake and like the different coloration in the water. It's where the engine was just propelling us through the water. So at like 7:30 when they started serving, it wasn't too busy in here, and still really isn't that busy. Now I will tell you, between 8 and 10, this is when it'll be very busy in here. They also said they only served continental breakfast until 7:30, and then regular breakfast. But I got up here about 7:22, and they started serving regular breakfast. So if you're like an early riser like me, and on vacation, I still can't sleep past 7. So I came out to deck 11 just to kind of see what's happening and see, because today is another day at sea. They've got all of the seats available. They've got all their chairs unstacked. The aqueduct should be open 10 to 10 today, so we should be able to go ride it a couple more times today and hang out in the pool. Now, we don't really like hanging out in the family pool just because it is very busy up here. But we can ride the aqueduct a couple more times, and then maybe after dinner tonight, we'll come up, ride the aqueduct at night, because what they have are little lights on it. Plus, the aqueduct's a lot of fun. A lot more fun than I actually anticipated. Because I like how this first section right here, you drop, then it goes up, it takes you fast to there, another drop up and around. When you go through the fake funnel, go around, it slows you down, and you kind of just leisurely go through this way until you get to the end, then it drops you to the end. So, I don't know, I really like the aqueduct. Now I really kind of want to go on the wish to ride the Aqua Mouse. It's funny because I felt like yesterday the Norwegian Pearl, which is the ship right next to us, they were pulling into Cozumel yesterday around noon, but they never actually docked, I think. And now we are passing them as we are heading from Cozumel back to Miami. We're back to Evolutions to play Disney trivia. But it says even more Disney trivia. So, and then after this we have theme park trivia, which is the one I want to do. I want to see if my knowledge is as good as I think it is of the theme parks. This makes me think I'm not as big of a Disney nerd as I thought. Missing 3. Missed what Century did. Sleeping Beauty ride. What was the other one we missed? Oh, where does Aladdin see fireworks?
Little Wonders is not.
Alright, now we're going to 687 to do theme park trivia, and I swear if I don't do good on this one, then I regret ever being going to the theme parks as often as I do. 13 out of 20, and the ones that we missed.
We missed a half one.
Yeah, we missed half of one because it was where's Roger's Toon Car Spin was, and it's
Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo. And we said Disneyland Paris. The other one, well, the one that Kayla got that I was definitely gonna miss was what year did Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout? I was gonna say 2016. I was convinced it's 2016. She's like, no, it's 2017.
But then I also got the 50th one.
Yeah, she did, and I wrote down the 25th anniversary for.
It's okay, we still wouldn't have one.
No, even those two wouldn't have gotten it.
We would have gotten 14.
14, yeah, and the winning number was 16 for it.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
But I think they Googled.
It's fine.
It's just fun.
Oh yeah, no, that was great. I like the fact it also wasn't multiple choice, so it kind of left up to, you really had to think about it. So then they have the Royal Gathering here, so they have...
You gotta sign up.
Yeah, you have to, it's like you have to sign up on the ship, or is it... So here for this morning they have Belle in her Christmas outfit, Jasmine, Tiana, and Cinderella, and then Ariel's up here. I think it's like just a normal meet and greet as well, not part of the Royal Gathering. I will say I do love coming into the Coke Cafe for coffee. I actually got the salted caramel coconut latte, and it's so good. But I do love the fact that like it's kind of quiet. You can also order like a little bit of food and stuff, but you can order just a vanilla latte as well, which is really nice. And you get them both. I need them iced. I like mine hot. It just still kind of amazes me that how long it takes us to get to and from Cozumel. The fact that we need 2 full days to travel. And like earlier we passed a Norwegian cruise line. Like, oh yeah, passed on a bunch of things. kind of weird because we were so used to the last time we did it, where we went to Castaway, day at sea, but we weren't traveling anywhere. We were just floating in the ocean essentially, and then went back to Castaway Key, then to Nassau back. This time we left Miami, Castaway Key first day at sea, Cozumel, day at sea, back to Miami. So it's just unique. It just depends on your itinerary. Like the only itinerary that's pretty consistent is the Wish's like 4-day or 3-day. You either know you're gonna do 4 days where you're gonna go to Nassau and Castaway Key, or you're going to Castaway Key and that's it. We're gonna take a little stop into the Penelope's just to take a look, because we were talking about getting the...
You smell that?
Yeah.
Look, there's the little things that it's putting out.
Oh, it's putting out the scents to make you...
It smells so good.
We were talking about getting like the racer sundae, but we didn't want that much ice cream because we actually like the softer. So we wanted to look at what else they had.
So cute.
I do love this. Yeah.
They're little cookies.
Oh, look, it's the little characters from the movie right there.
Yeah, isn't that adorable? I noticed it the first time we came in.
I didn't notice it. I was too busy looking at all the...
Even the floor is a racetrack.
Oh yeah.
And the
oh, it's
gas pumps.
Fueled on gumballs.
It's seriously such a cute little shop.
Look at there's a Mickey birthday cupcake.
Which ones of these are vanilla cupcakes? We have the unicorn cupcake. It's a vanilla with strawberry. We do have the and the last one is oh, okay, thank you. We're gonna come back after.
So literally the first time I had been in the D Lounge. On the last cruise we went on, it seemed like everything we did was in their D Lounge. But this one has usually a lot of this has usually the most amount of trivia, madness, crafts, all that stuff. So check out these chairs. Some very interesting chairs.
Is scar number 1. Let's see number 2. Who hit Simba on the head with a stick? What dance does Timon do to distract the hyenas? In which language does Simba mean lion? At the graveyard, the hyenas attack Simba and Nala, but who is the one who saves them? What kind of a stampede does Mufasa get stuck in? Another finish this line from Rafiki. Asante San Squash. What word? What is the name of Simba's father? Another finish the line, I like this one. Finish the line spoken by Scar in response to Mufasa telling him about his future king. Oh, I shall have to practice my... What is Timon and Pumbaa's motto?
So he asked 26 questions, and there were 3 groups, including Kayla, who had got all 3.
There's probably like 40 people.
Yeah, out of like 40.
Half of them were millennials.
Yeah,
Who grew up on this.
Pretty much. And so Kayla got all of them, and then they asked the next question, the tiebreaker question.
There was 4 that got all 26, 4 groups.
Yes, and so then they had to do a tiebreaker question, and the question was, when did The Lion King debut on Broadway? Kayla's upset about this question because it says 1997. She thought 2005. And she's like, there's no way it was ready.
That was a fast turnaround.
Yeah, it was. That's what she's upset about. So the one thing that she thought she could get win on trivia, she ended up losing by a bonus question. So if you guys want an interesting thing to know, so I actually just did this, that normally Castaway Key, they have a post office. And normally you could send stuff to, buy stamps, everything else. But the office is still closed. Now, that's maybe still a result from the pandemic, recovering from things, whatever. But you can still send postcards from the cruise. You actually just have to go down to guest services and mail them from there, and they'll just charge it to your room. So like both, so the stands were 65 cents each for me to go on to send my postcard. So, but because they will send it the next time that they go to Castaway, so they'll get the Castaway stamp and everything. So pretty cool actually. So they just finished it with bingo and evolution, and we actually asked the question of bingo. So they have 3 different packages. They have a $25 package. Oh my god.
I found a duck.
Kayla found a duck. Those are the size of ducks that I gave you for your desk. See, come on. So that's actually another thing we'll talk about in a second. But so the way bingo works, there's three different packages. There's a $25 package, $40 package, $60 package. $25 package is just a manual card, so where you actually just you manually do it. If you do 40, you get a single card and an electronic one. The electronic one on the iPad will automatically fill in, so you don't have to worry about it. Then the $60 one, you get 2 iPads and 2 regular cards. So we're kind of thinking at $345, maybe we'll go do the $60 package and try for bingo, because it's the final jackpot one, so this is the big package one. So if we ended up winning, that'd be great.
Myself, I am Antonio from South Africa, and I will be here with Tim, and this is how we're gonna play the trivia today, my friends. So, my friend Tim, he will be playing you tunes, okay? 15 tunes. Tim will be playing 15 tunes, and he will be playing each tune twice, okay? Each tune will be played twice, okay? I need the name of the tune as well as the name of the movie.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Sounds good? Ooh, sounds scary. This is tune number 1. On to our next tune. This is how tune number 2 sounds like. Okay, we're gonna move on to our next tune. This is tune number 3. Play it one more time. This is tune number 4. The one right there? No, maybe? Alright, Tim is gonna play it one more time. Number 6. To our next one, number 12. I think. Keep moving on. Let's move on to our next one, number 13. And final tune of this trivia, everyone, tune number 15.
Disney Tunes trivia is my absolute all-time favorite trivia on any of these cruise ships, especially the fact that they had Tim, the pianist, on it because he was so good at it. There were some really difficult ones in there though, because there were some that I didn't even know were songs or like had songs. It was just because it was piano, like it was in a piano version, it's harder to hear it except for when you listen for like the melody and everything else. So very, very good. So now we're getting lunch. It's actually our last lunch on the cruise, and we're just getting very quick service because we don't have a lot of time because we're trying to do as much as we can on our last day. So I decided to just get a cheeseburger with some fries and a couple slices of pizza because I'm actually really hungry since I haven't eaten since 9 a.m. today. I have to say, if you could do anything on the Dreams, they have the art theme show, which is like essentially a small ship tour. And like I think I said it the other day, was that they had over 60 pages of things they could talk about, but they have 45 minutes, so they pick and choose. So you learn something new almost every time you come in. So back here on Meridians for another art of the theme and everything else. I brought Kayla, her mom, and her granddad to come check this out. I'm hoping it's different presented than the person I had, but I hope so. It'd be nice, but maybe she'll give us some different things as well. So we went over to Vanellope's and got a couple of things. So I got the Wreck-It Ralph cookie, which is a cookie, looks like cookies and cream frosting with a little track on top. It says Vanellope's Sweet Treats right there. Also, we ended up getting a couple of other ones. We got the Cars cupcake, which is a cookies cream with like vanilla frosting on top, and then Kayla got this crazy unicorn, which has vanilla cake with a strawberry filling.
It looks like Lisa Frank.
Yeah, pretty much. So I didn't eat my cupcake quite yet, but I did have the Wreck-It Ralph cookie, and I would say the cookie was very good. And it's more like that cake-like style cookie than anything else. Kind of like you get at like the cookie places at the mall. Very, very, very good. Very sweet. But I like the cookies and cream frosting on top. That was actually really, really good. So now we're going to be waiting here for about 15 minutes. We're going to be able to go in and do a pre-sale for bingo because we're going to do the Mega Jackpot bingo. It's like $15 per person because we're going to all four of us split the $60 package. This is like Disney's version of casinos, just without the casino part. You know, the gross, smoke-filled area. Just more, so you can do that. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to show you guys what it looks like. So I will be doing a video on fish extenders, or maybe on the whole thing, on how fish extenders work. These are something that are not advertised by Disney. So I would highly say, do not go look into Disney, do not call Disney about this. This is all ran by the people on the ship, aka the guests. So big thing about that, and we'll go over that a little bit more later on. These are also my favorite things, these glass elevators. Love it, especially coming up or down from the atrium. So we're now doing bingo. So you have two things you can use. You can use a normal bingo card, or like Kayla's mom and Grandma have, they have an iPad that will actually automatically fill in. So for us, me and Kayla have to be mindful, we have to keep track of what it is. Now, I'm pretty sure they'll have stuff up there to tell us what it is. Look at Mickey in his little Christmas sweater.
We'll be back in just a minute.
To answer how bingo went, we didn't win. But it was actually surprisingly a lot more fun than I anticipated. It was so just climatic and just everything's so exciting. A whole lot of fun. So now we're actually kind of in a rush to get done because we got in line for Mickey. Give me Mickey in his Christmas sweater. We've been all changing everything. Also trying to get all of our tip stuff because it's the last night of our cruise, which means last dinner, which means last time we see our servers outside of tomorrow. But better to get them their tips now, or thinking about it, and not forget about it. I do like the fact that in our tour, they did tell us that in the star there are hidden Mickeys, and you can see just in the little swirls all the different Mickey. Alright, last dinner, Royal Palace. Not looking forward to last dinner, but I have already looked at the menu and I am real excited for tonight. Well, on our last night, watching Broadway on the high seas at the Walt Disney Theater. We won't be the last, but the next time we're on, it'll be completely different because it's different from ship to ship. And the Dream won't be here in Miami starting in summer next year because they'll be heading off to Europe to do a Europe tour next.
Unless we're on it before summer.
Yeah, it could always be. I said in our last cruise vlogs that I don't know when the next time we'll be on a cruise. Less than 10 months later, on a cruise again.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the beautiful Disney team. Have you all had a good holiday so far?
for joining us this evening as we come to the very end of our very maritime holiday celebrations. We hope that you enjoy spending and living those magical memories with your family and friends, and of course, with all of us here on the Disney team. Tonight we thought we'd ask our world-famous Disney friends to join us one more time for a final hug, autograph, and photograph. Once our friends have spent approximately 20 minutes or so with you in the lobby atrium, I will then ask them to join me in the atrium balcony for a special holiday finale that you don't want to miss. And we may even ask the children to help us out. Children, are you going to help us out? Yes! Without further ado, let's royally welcome our princesses, starting off with our beautiful Princess Cinderella. Our tailors all the time, Princess Belle. All the way down the line, it's Princess Tiana, everyone. For our favorite party pop, everybody make some noise for Princess. Let's go to Disney for Disney. It's the number one song, everyone. It's not done. Our favorite destination, everyone, is Asia. Everyone, let's go nuts for Jamaica. You're the sweetest love that I see, everyone.
So kind of a lot has happened in the last, I don't know, what time is it? 10:30, about 5 hours. So after we did bingo, we then went and met Mickey, which was great because we got some great pictures of that, so I'll put both of those up right now. Secondly, then we got some pictures in front of the tree and everything, really great. Then we had dinner at the Royal Palace, and I really felt that this was a very good meal. The appetizer hat was like a chicken saute and everything, then a chicken schnitzel, which you can never go wrong with that. But the desserts are what absolutely made this. I had both cheesecakes, and the Emirate cheesecake that I had, the big triangle piece, made me want cheesecake all the time now. So it was fantastic. Secondly, we got to go see Disney Believe, which is their original Broadway show, very similar to what we saw on the Magic when we first did, the first time we cruised. And I will tell you what, very good. I definitely think Beauty and the Beast took the cake when it came to the Broadway shows this go around. The Beauty and the Beast was so good. I'm not saying this wasn't bad. It was very good. And I liked everything they had. I liked the fact that there was a second level to see down and everything. So great. Then we went back to the room, did frantic packing, because what we did is, unlike last time we took all of our stuff off with us. This time around we decided to send a couple of our bags off early that will be waiting for us when we get down into the terminal, and we're going to carry one bag with us, kind of our last minute stuff. We've got a lot of stuff. Be mindful, there is going to be a haul video. I'm going to do a tips and tricks we learned, differences from our first and second cruise, and all of our merchandise haul. I don't know if I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do these videos, because there's a lot of stuff we learned, a lot of things we liked about the dream, a lot of things we didn't like about the dream, and also, was Maritime Christmas worth it? You'll have to find out. And lastly, they are doing right now the last farewell. Now what this pretty much is your last chance to take photos or pictures and hug the characters one last time before the cruise does go off. Now, they said from the time they started, about 20 minutes, about 10:40, they're gonna go ahead and call the characters up, do one last goodbye from the Disney Dream for this Maritime cruise. It's cool, cute, but definitely, it really is hard with how many people are on this cruise. Trying to put it all in the atrium, it's been a nightmare. I feel like if I had one more level, I think it would have been fine, or maybe the atrium would be a little bit bigger, but I also know that was the limitation they were at with it. So, overall, just really good time today. Today was jam-packed. Kayla packed the schedule today. We got a lot done, did a lot of great things, but She's ordered me a pizza one last time from room service. And unlike last time where I said, I don't know when the next time we're gonna be on a Disney cruise, I expect by next October we'll either be on 1 or 2 more cruises on Disney. By that point, we will eventually get into from the silver level of platinum, from silver in the Castaway Club to gold on our next cruise the year after, the time after. So, I don't know, I gotta tell you what, didn't think I liked cruising. And I mean, just in 1 year alone, I've already gone on 2. Almost went on a 3rd one in October. Didn't quite work out the way we wanted to, so, but overall, it was a fantastic last full day on the Disney Dream here. Couldn't ask for more. It was fantastic. Really did a lot. I was really happy with everything we did today. I was really sad. By this time tomorrow, be back at home in Orlando. Oh well. But make sure you guys do stick around. Make sure you guys do subscribe because we will be having we're having a whole video on our maritime cruise. What was it worth it? Tips and tricks we learned. Some differences we found being on a bigger ship. And just overall, would I recommend this cruise? That'll be a whole video from another time. Then we'll have a whole second video. That's already decided now. Second video will be all on merch haul that we got, including fish extenders. We'll talk about all that there too. So with all that being said, I do head off to have 1 more meal on the Dream. Technically we have 2 more, but that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is de-embarkation day, the saddest day of the cruise. So with all that being said, I head upstairs. And last time here on the Disney Dream. We'll see you tomorrow morning for de-embarkation day. So good morning everyone, it is Mitchell aka the Walker in Orlando and welcome back to Port of Miami. The saddest day you could have on a cruise. Being back at the port that you disembarked from, or embarked from. Now we are back and today is debarkation day. Not ready to get off this ship yet. It has been a very interesting morning because I've watched, I was up at 4 a.m. when we were docking. Came in, they spun us around, came to our dock, parked us, but there are multiple ships around us this morning. So there is the Symphony of the Sea, one of the largest, at the time when it was debuted, the largest cruise ship in the world. Directly in front of us is the Norwegian Prima, which is funny because we were docked next to them at Cozumel 2 days ago, and they actually passed us at one point during our trip back. This morning I think that's the Oceana. She's actually coming back from a 25-day cruise, which is insane. And then I think behind us there's a carnival, but you can't quite see it. So very active this morning. I didn't even know this until later on that this port is the busiest port in the world. So Port of Miami is the busiest port. So you can see why though. I mean, literally just this morning you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships. I think all 5 of these ships are leaving again today too as well. So on debarkation day from a Disney cruise, you do have a set breakfast time that you can go eat at. However though, because we had main dining, and probably gonna be the only time we ever do main dining on a Disney cruise, we had our breakfast set this morning, but it's for 6:45 this morning. Now I'm telling you what, trying to get Kayla up that early, I mean, because it's 6:42 right now, trying to get Kayla up that early would have been impossible. We were also very tired. We were up to about 10 p.m. last night just trying to get everything settled and everything else. So instead, we're just going to go eat at Cabanas. They said it's more like continental. It's not really a main breakfast because they do have to get ready for the next cruise, which literally leaves today, which is sad because that means someone's going to be in a room today. Sad. So, I also wanted to give you guys kind of heads up. How does tipping work on the cruise? I know I'll probably talk about it more later, but if you do prepaid gratuities, which I would highly recommend doing, because you just pay it up front and you're done with it, and you don't have to worry about it the rest of the time. You'll get a green sheet of paper, and what you do is you don't really have to do anything. You can present it to your servers, your stateroom hosts, and stuff like that, or you can just leave it and they will get it at the end of the day. It's kind of a nice thing. We actually wrote thank you notes to our servers and to our stateroom host, Kirk. So if you guys are on the Dream and you end up getting Kirk as your stateroom host, amazing guy. If you get Gustavo and Gabriella for your waiters for your dining, fantastic. Let them know that Mitchell said hi Make sure you said Mitchell, Paula, Lindsay, and Kayla all said hi. They'll be super happy to hear about that. So that is kind of how that works. The other thing is that last time we were on a Disney cruise, we ended up doing express walk-off with our luggage, which just means that we just took our luggage with us to breakfast. This time around, we sent 2 of our luggage down because me and Kayla had 3 bags. And I'm kind of telling you, having 3 bags is kind of nice, but also a downside because having 3 bags means more space, but it means more bags to carry on. Because like at the cruise terminal, we handed it off to them. It was in our room. Today, if we had walked off, we would have had to walk off with 3 different ones. So very nice to have that feature as well. So Cabanas, like I said, is open. Continental breakfast. I think Cove Cafe was open, but it does not show on our Navigator app. But we're also back in port, so I have completely reconnected back to the world. And I don't want to. Just want to jump back, just be right back on it. Off we go again. So it's actually not the Oceana. This is a Seabourn Sojourn cruise liner, but you can see how much smaller they actually are. This is about the size, I want to say, of the Disney Magic. Maybe a little bigger. I think the Magic has more floors and it's more consistent across. But it's really interesting because I've sat out here and I watched, when I first woke up, I came out here, watched Just Finished Docking, then I watched Carnival come in. I wanted to stay at Senorita, but I wanted a little bit of more of a nap because we had to make a 3-hour drive back to Orlando this morning. So yeah, see, if I'd been up early enough to see us dock, I could have gotten a really great view of Symphony of the Sea, one of the largest cruise ships in the world. So I thought I saw it was going to be Oasis, but it's actually Symphony of the Sea. Alright, one last look from our balcony, our veranda. Like I said, if you're room 7096, so is your room. One last look. We're currently doing the last walk around of everything because don't want to forget a single thing because we will never see it again. Well, Cabanas for breakfast. Instead of having our 6:45 a.m. breakfast, we decided to come up for Cabanas. Now, it is very busy, but we had to bring everything with us because we're not allowed to have anything with us, so I don't want a whole lot to eat because I am hungry but not super hungry, but it's also very busy. They also had continental breakfast, so I thought it would be just like donuts and like stuff like that, but it's actually like mostly real food. Well, I'll tell you what, it is very interesting to watch the amount of people coming and going in a very hustly, bustly port of Miami. So just finish up with our last breakfast, the last food we're gonna eat on the cruise until we do the next one. Like I said, pretty sure we won't be too long before we're on our next one anyways, so. But don't know when we'll be on the Dream next. I think the next one we'll go on will probably be the Fantasy or the Magic, because Magic's coming back to Miami. Well, there's Vanellope's all closed up. Looks like they got all the stuff ready for the next one. Cabanas has officially closed down. It's less busy in here than it was because they stopped serving food at 8:30. They stopped announcing people getting off the ship, so looks like it's time to get off the ship. One last look at the pool deck. Oh, see, look, they're getting ready for their sail away show for today's cruise. They got both of the pools covered, all the stuff is racked up, they got the hot tubs covered, the Aqua Mouse is just doing some testing and stuff, but man, I still think I like the Magic more, but I'm not saying anything negative about the Dream. I think this was still just as good in my opinion. Oh look, they're working on the aqueduct sign. I do like the fact that the second that we dock anywhere, I saw people spring into action working on these ships to keep them in tip-top shape. Well, this is definitely a lot different than the last time we took a cruise because this ended up being, last time we got off at 9 a.m. we were able to walk right off the cruise. This time around they only have 5 of the groups going off. Now a lot of it is all depending on the customs control, the bags, and everything else. So it all depends. And with that, we are off the Disney Dream from our 5-night cruise. It took a while, so the way they do it is they have you have a boarding luggage tag to come off that they use to organize your luggage if you put it out like we did. And that's how they keep you in line of what you're supposed to do. So like you have, like we were green Tinkerbell, And they have four or five other groups in front of us with it, so. But we'll definitely be back for sure. This is by far my favorite way to vacation. 5 days. Still doesn't feel like enough. But man, was it a long time. And now they're slowly filling up for the next one. And they're also cleaning, so the detail they put into these ships of keeping them maintained is amazing. Alright, so after a 3 hour 45 minute drive from Miami, we officially made it back to home in Orlando. Pretty much dogs are good, everything else. All of our luggage came out, and I kind of want to tell you like how they do it with getting on the ship. And I was going to show you guys a little bit of it, and I completely blanked because I was dead tired. And so what they do is the night before, they give you a luggage tag based on a color and a character. Now what this means is because what you can do is you can leave your luggage out the night before, but you have to put it out before 10:30, and then it'll be taken off the ship for you, so you don't have to carry it. You can also do express luggage or express like checkout, so essentially you don't have to worry about like having to find your luggage afterwards. So you can go as soon as they call your character, you can walk straight off. Anything else? So like we had green Tinkerbell, and so green Tinkerbell didn't get called until the 6th group. We actually didn't get off the ship until almost 9:45. And what they do is they call it saying, the local authorities have cleared the Disney Dream for guests with the green Tinkerbell luggage tag to make their way off the ship at that point. At that point, you scan your key to the world for the final time, essentially as you saw, and you walk up the gangplank for the last time. And what's funny was we got off at about 10 o'clock. The first set of guests were already starting to arrive for the cruise for the Dream, because it immediately turns around and leaves tonight. Actually, I think it's already left for the night. Let's see, what time is it? Yep, it looks like it has left for the night. So the Dream has been turned around, is already on its way out. Once you get off the ship though, and you're in customs, I'll tell you right now, it's just a big empty warehouse. They have the luggage tag characters up and all your luggage right there. And so then you go straight to the luggage, and you find it, you take it off. Then you have to go through customs, which will look at your passport, make sure it's you, and then if you have anything to claim, then you can. They're not super strict about claiming things unless it's fruit and stuff. Like I brought back some Mexican vanilla, some chocolates for my family. But then from there you essentially leave, and then if you're looking for the DCL transportation, it is immediately in the front section right there, and that's where you check in, and that runs all the way up till 9:30 or when the last guests are off the ship. So it will continuously run, and if you're doing the DCL transfer, you'll have an earlier time to get off the ship. I was actually surprised by how many people were still on the ship when we got off. Like I knew a couple people on the ship, and they still had not even gotten off yet by the time we did. So I don't know. Like I said, I've got 2 videos coming up after, actually 3 videos. I have a complete ship tour coming that will be after this video. Actually no, I'm gonna just kind of sneak that in somewhere. I'm going to do a merchandise haul / fish extender haul video talking about all the merchandise we got, our fish extender, what is fish extenders, and everything else like that. So you can check that out. And then our entire experience of sailing on the Disney cruise. I am really excited to do that video because it's gonna be a new format of video that I've never tried before, and I'm actually really excited to try it out. So luckily I'll be able to edit all these videos so that I can then turn around and tell you guys my experience and our experience and everything else. So with that being said, unfortunately, I'm not saying goodnight to you from a boat or a ship, middle of the ocean. I am currently saying goodnight to you, or goodbye, for this episode from my backyard. So with all that being said, as I do head out after what a fantastic 5 nights on the Disney Dream on another cruise for the second one this year. We'll see y'all next time.